go. Hello, my little fantasy nerds. Please join us for another episode of Dungeon Crawlers, where I continue to dust every single one of my party members, and I start my campaign from level 1. So, where we left.
If you're not able to kill all 5 of us, you could just kill Frosty 5 times, and that will give you probably the same amount of satisfaction.
So right now we have 2, right? So you
Just
just have to do
something
it
to
3
think
more
about.
times? Kill Frosty 3 more times?
Yeah, the problem is you guys don't have a way to get out of the dungeon. You're locked.
Oh yeah, no, we're next.
Yeah, you're locked in a room. So I mean, either way, you either dust or you die. So I mean, starvation's a real thing. I don't know if you have anybody in the party that can make food.
No,
Nope.
it was Kaylin.
Ration's gonna run low real quick, boys and girls.
I mean, we could just start taking turns becoming cannibals.
Yeah, do we know how to?
I can tell you right now.
Morn could become a really big pig or something.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
Yeah, no. Amount of food eaten to value to party ratio is pretty low on Morn. Like he'd be the first one to go.
Because he'd probably eat the most too.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a feeling that Morn at one point would either snap, either because of drinking Scorpion Tail, and he might just turn on the party, and it might just become a num fest. And I mean, he's the big
Morn
boy.
needs to wake up first. Well, realize he's woken up.
Yeah, he's kind of on that edge right now. But anyways, the party has made its way through the Swamp of Lost Mines, also known some elven name that I do not have in front of me right now. You discovered a Yanti, small village, small city that seems to have taken up some kind of route inside of the on the outside of the temple. Carefully and secretively, you guys do make your way around to the back side of the building and manage to find a way in. With a little finagling and Morn getting the short end of a stick as he was ambushed by one. You guys investigated the... What is this? You guys investigated the cathedral room to find a set of stairs that seemed to lead down into some kind of other next chamber. You guys came across a a puzzle, like a floor with a bunch of symbols and shades. After lighting the room, you began to dissect the room. Not very well, but you did.
At least.
You did all right. And by did all right, I mean you activated a lot of the traps.
We didn't press all the tiles down.
I think I counted
Almost.
at one. I think I counted at one point. And you activated at least half.
Yeah.
Probably.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, you guys activated at least 10.
It happens.
It is what it is. You began to make your way through the puzzle room to find a door of reflections, where after a little brainstorming and help from your gorgeous DM, I gave you the clues that you needed to allow the door to open by it was called the polite door, or the gentleman's door is what it was called. So you had to step to the side and say, "After you." The door then opened, allowing you to go through, making your way into another chamber, a large circular stone chamber with gravel floor and a singular, not pendulum, but a singular hourglass with a lever in the center of the room. As you made your way to the hourglass, you began to look around. Not he says, gentlemen. It was a gentleman. You begin to look around. You pulled the lever, activating the room, whereas a goat tied to a stake that didn't last for more than 3 seconds a bowl of water, and a knife. The group had to make a decision as the ceiling began to lower with spikes sticking out of the top of it. They quickly beheaded the goat, threw the goat's head into the bowl of water, and then began to panic as the ceiling continued to come down. After some deliberating and a couple resets, they finally ran out of time and didn't realize it, which was actually how you solved the puzzle, was you just had to let time run out. Another door opened, revealing a old geezer of sorts, where...
So that goat just died for nothing.
Yeah, it was really brutal. I mean, it didn't
Justice for the goat. Yeah.
It didn't need to have hashtag justice for the goat. I mean, that was awful, Morn. You're a sick and cruel individual. Yeah.
Time was of the essence.
And then we
there's no way that goat was alive. There's no way that goat was alive.
There was no hesitation. I mean,
There was no hesitation.
Morn literally was like, the goat popped up, the bowl of water, and before the knife even came up, Morn was like, off with its head.
Like, well, there's a bowl of water and there's a goat, so the head must
It
need
was
to go in
pretty
the water.
obvious what I mean. Finally, something I could solve.
Not let's
None.
feed the goat the water or anything like that.
Zero hesitation. None. As you made your way to the door, it was a geezerly old man, or the face of an old man.
An old fucker.
Yeah. Whereas you needed to persuade the door. I changed it a little bit because I didn't want to spend another 3 hours at a door, so I allowed a deception check to see if you could get him to give up the password. Obviously, Kaz being high in that, we were able to deceive the door into giving you the password, which just happened to be Mexican. Not that you know what that means. It's probably abyssal for something, but Mexican it was.
It's abyssal for diarrhea.
What the fuck?
That's actually Taco John's. So yeah, that's abyssal for diarrhea.
That's not Mexican. That's
Calling
American.
me an Andre racist.
God,
On racist.
you guys are the worst.
The door opens up, revealing a mountain or a small hill of sorts, with a large golden goblet on top of this hill. The group slowly walks into this next room. The door closes behind them and then disappears, becoming one with the stone wall. As the group makes up their decisions in their minds, Alyssa walks to the top as you visibly see her age. Or no, actually, Morn, you took off running towards the top.
And
As you
I
guys watch,
fucking grabbed him.
Yeah, you guys watch as Morn visibly begins to age and age rapidly. He's in his I can't remember what we said. I think you were in your late 30s or early 40s.
Correct.
Yeah.
It was something like that.
I want to say early 40s.
Yeah.
I think it was early 40s. Because you only made it to about halfway. So
Yeah, still strong enough to wield an axe and stuff pretty well.
correct.
But
Freya immediately taking off, watching her slightly age, not as much as Morn. You're able to stop him, drag him back down the hill, as Alyssa takes off and becomes 80 years old by the time she hits the top of the hill, filling it with a little water, I believe you did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She went to drink from the chalice, as the goblet, and as she placed her hands on both sides of the goblet, she turned to dust and evaporated before your eyes. Andre making her way towards the top of the hill as well, not really visibly aging as much as the rest of you, due to her full elven nature. You do have some streaks of gray that are beginning to form, though. No, because you're full-headed white.
Gray.
So actually, instead of a vibrant white, you do see duller gray strips. Like the white is beginning to fade off. Just a tish. A little tap with her staff, disappeared. Tap with the sword, disappeared. The last we left off, you had made an observation check standing at the top of this hill. You had seen murals of sort all around the room.
Yeah, and I was about to ask what they look like, and then you ended the episode.
Dun dun dun.
You're not wrong.
Making me wait for a damn cliffhanger.
That's what I do best. So, I can't remember what you rolled, but I'll give you this one.
Well,
From the top of the hill.
It was a 21.
Okay. So from
Based
the top
on
of the hill,
perception check.
you notice, it almost seems like a timeline, but you're not able to make out much. It just seems like one picture to another. They're all different. I mean, you're far enough away, you're able to make them out to a certain extent, but not to. Oh, I love this music. This is fucking perfect.
I'll head down the hill towards like where I think the start of the timeline is, I guess.
Okay,
And-
it would look like it would be to where you guys roughly came in, where the door was.
Okay, so I'll head back down to like the entrance area and I'll like kind of beckon Kaz over and be like, "You might want to take a look at this. You're good with history, yeah?"
I don't want to go up the hill.
It's not up the hill. It's along the bottom of the hill around the outside.
Okay.
It's like carved into the stone.
So if I walked around kind of the circumference of the room, we could see it.
No age would be taken off.
Okay.
It seems to only age you if you go up the hill.
Okay.
So how old were you originally, Henri?
95.
So you are roughly about 180, 190 at this point.
So still
kicking.
fairly- Still
Still a
good for
bright
an elf.
young elf.
Yeah,
You got another
I've still
cool
got plenty of
600
life
years or
left
so.
ahead of me.
because you were up there for a little while, and you didn't realize you were still slowly aging at the very, very top.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to tell.
So when you came down, did you bring the chingasa, the chalice with you?
I don't think it's a good idea to touch it just yet. Especially since, Alyssa got fucking dusted.
What's
Right,
the
up the
distance
back
from
face.
where we are to the top of the hill?
100 feet?
Okay.
Well, it seems like
It's not like a giant mountain, it's more like a hill.
Are
Yeah.
we looking at like a painting or like a bas relief?
Say what now? Sorry.
A bas relief?
For what?
Like the timeline on the wall.
It looks like like somebody carved it into the stone.
Okay. Yeah, so like
How far up did you say the chalice was? I missed that.
About 100
100
feet.
feet up the hill.
Michael, you get here.
I did.
Don't even think about it.
What?
Freya, no, I'm for Morn. Freya's
Um,
got you drugged down the hill and is
and
anticipating you taking off.
I don't think you had taken any chugs for a while either, Morn, so you are starting to
but-
slowly come down off of your high.
Well, that's true, but the thing is, we went through a door that had a guy walking toward me in it, and then we went into a room where the roof kept going up and down, and then I ran up a pile that caused me to age 20 years. Mar just thinks he's tripping.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
I don't
Correct.
think the amount of scorpion tail is affecting that, so
Yeah,
he's just kind of
probably-
No,
way on the bottom.
but the body high is beginning to wear off, so like that light feeling. And I don't know if Morn
Okay,
would feel it or not, but like, you know when you drink too much, like that beginning of it where you actually feel good?
Yeah,
that like
right.
lightheadedy, like good feeling.
Your senses
just-
are kind of funky and stuff.
Yeah, but it's good, funky. It's kind of starting to like dull off at this point.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Just slightly.
But
Whether or
there's
not
gonna
Morn
be...
realizes that, I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's probably gonna be a struggle with all this weird shit happening.
For now, he is not moving too much.
So, are you looking around the room, Kaz?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll take a lap and see what we can see.
I'm gonna
So from where you guys are,
do
around
the
the room.
like history rolls or whatever. Or should
Nope. Unless you guys dive into it a little bit more. So, what you notice
Get a general
is
overview first, then.
yeah, it's basically from what you're seeing. Is it looks like a depiction of wars between creatures with wings and other creatures with wings and horns. You notice certain individuals or certain creatures seem to be larger than the other ones in the way that the card almost looks like there's a glow or something coming off of them. You notice one that has wings and a scythe. Another one is wielding a giant double-ended almost hammer, and he looks to be almost Goliath build, and he's just thick.
Damn,
you notice,
Damn, boy, you thick.
He's thick. I fucking hate you. I'll kill you tonight. I swear to God. You notice
Yep,
another
make
one
sure we
that's
touch the
very
salad.
like almost like thin and like elven features that seems to have like double-bladed knives or something, or like almost like scythes. They kind of come out and they do like a half moon style, like down
Like a
the
comma.
arm, something like that. Yeah. So, fucking, I'll kill you too. I'll fucking kill you all.
Love you, Jen.
Yeah. But you notice, and then you notice, damn it, I gotta get my notes up here, sorry. To
the Goliath dude. Thick boy.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, thick ass boy.
You notice one that seems to be almost half horse, half human, with a giant horn out the front of the head, and it looks to be wielding two almost small, like one-handed swords. And then you see these other creatures towards the bottom of the picture. One seems to be a fully full plate individual with a big mask on that has two giant horns that come out and wrap around the backside, is wearing shoulder pads that have giant blades popping out the back, and these two almost bat-like looking wings that come out the top and then out the bottom, and then its feet look almost to be bat-like. Another one seems to be one that's like hooded. It almost looks like Kaz to a certain extent. Very skinny, with a dark hood that hangs over the front. The hands are skinny and gaunt. The elongated fingers. It looks to be like it has his hands kind of in a gesture like so. You notice one. You see one in the very back that seems to have 4 heads. All like it's kind of like one head to the front, one head to the side, one head to the side, and one head to the south. And it has a giant billowing cloak, and it seems to be holding 2 double great axes, one in each hand, and it's coming down in kind of a swinging fashion. It looks to be very large as well, almost as large as the godly looking form, and they seem to be clashing. And then you see like hundreds of thousands of smaller individuals. They seem to be fighting each other. Some look elven, some look human, some look like all the races of Rothos seem to be fighting on the ground as these larger creatures are fighting above. And as you guys look, it wraps the entire room.
So the humanoid races on the ground are fighting against the ones above, or there's a humanoid battle below and another battle up top.
Another battle up top, and you see almost humanoids fighting, looks to be like demon-esque looking creatures.
Okay. And you described one of them as one of them you said had an axe, and you described them as Goliath. Is that an adjective to say they're very large, or do you mean the race a Goliath?
No, just like they have a shaved head with kind of almost like a singular tattoo that runs down the whole center of the head. And it just looks, when I say Goliath, I just mean like it just looks very, very thick, very, very, very built, very well built, very muscular. It's shirtless with just like almost like double rawhide straps that literally cover the nipples. And it looks incredibly well built.
He's
It
wearing
has
the
like
Borat mankini.
yeah, except for like the entire like the rawhide straps that go down are like covered in like skulls or like war ornaments.
So this seems to me to kind of match the description of, I think it was Joran.
What?
This sounds like Joran,
Yeah,
the
it does sound
legendary
like
hero
Joran.
that had the axe.
Actually, do a religion. Do a straight religion check for me.
Can I assist in any way?
Do you
If
say
you're-
that out loud, Gaz?
To give him
I'd probably
advantage?
tell Andre, since I think Andre and I are walking together.
If you're assisting, you can roll with advantage.
I will assist.
Hey!
Hey, baby. So, you, being, especially since the passing of Kaelin, having made some visits to the Temple of Shantea, doing a little praying yourself, recognize, actually, most of these gods. You notice the Sith-looking individual, and you pick that out almost immediately as Shantea. Seems to be fighting some kind of battle. The large individual, almost Goliath-esque warrior-looking build person is actually Grom, or aka Helm, the Earth Father.
Yeah.
The Earth Stone Shaper, the Night God, the protector of the innocent and weak. You notice the creature, the half-humanoidish, half-horse individual as Larus. You pick out a couple of creatures along the background, or one creature in the background that seems to be kind of standing back as Maliki, the goddess of the forests. She seems to be almost, she looks like a tree to a certain extent. She looks humanoidish, but features almost comes out to like branches, like a lot of her shoulder pads and a lot of her body features almost come to points.
Which is like a Spriggan in Skyrim.
Something to that extent, yeah, actually. Like a treant, kind of.
Yeah.
Except for
Well,
she has more of the...
Treants are basically like walking trees, but like Spriggans in Skyrim have more of a.
Yeah,
Because you're
except for more humanly. She
Okay.
definitely has
like a
like if you
dryad?
look, yeah. Except for
Mixed with a treant?
with kind of, she has you definitely can pick out her female-esque figure, and then you definitely are able to pick out the Hela to the back. She seems to be summoning something from the ground. As you watch as a bunch of things are being summoned from the ground, you pick out a Ball, who seems to be the four-headed god with the double axes jumping into the air. A giant individual of sorts. You're able to pick out Bane. He seems to be the heavily plated individual with the giant horns popping all over his body, carrying a giant double-ended sword and a shield walking into battle. And then if you look very, very closely with a natural 20 towards the back and on the ground, as you're scanning the walls and you get towards the middle section, you notice a creature that seems to have the gods fighting it, and you notice the humanoids fighting it. And it seems to be, and it's just, when you're looking at a lot of this sculpture, it's like the whole encompassing wall, but you're able to pick out this small section, and you look and it's kind of almost like they put it into the background. You notice a heavily cloaked individual that seems to be hovering about 20 feet off the ground, or hovering off the ground, with humanoids and the devilish figures casting something up towards it. And you see the gods, good and bad, casting things down towards it. And you notice a hanging circlet off the center of the cloak, carved into the chest. You've
And-
noticed that symbol before, and it looks like the Undying One.
Ooh.
It's the hand.
It's like that 3 peaks looking.
Triplet peaks instead of twin.
But you get the gist as you walk around this whole thing. It seems to be the War of the Gods, or the Holy War. Also, all of you guys roll a perception check.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so
Come on,
Kaz?
Kaz. Ah!
Yeah, right on par. Right on par.
What
Freya-
about our questionable character there?
She did.
I'm dead. I can't make anything.
Here, make a perception check from. No, wait, you're dead. Anyways,
I make one from beyond the grave.
Maybe
Freya,
Kaylin is being perceptive in the underworld
Freya,
right now.
Morn, as you guys are talking and kind of sitting next to each other, you kind of look down because not only do you kind of hear it, but you sense it, and you look over, and the wall that you guys came in, like that circles the whole room, has moved a foot in towards you
Towards
guys.
us?
Yes.
Fuck. It's gonna force us to grow old. Okay, fuck this place.
I'll stand up. Are the walls moving?
It would appear that they're getting closer.
It's getting weird.
I'm gonna. So, are Henri and Kaz far away from us right now?
They're on the other side of the room.
So I'm gonna
Where's-
shout
where is
then.
everyone else?
I'm gonna shout. But do I? Can I know that they are though? Can I see them over there? They're just far away.
You can't see them right now because they're on the other side of that
just gonna
large
shout
hill.
You can probably hear us.
I'm just
'cause
gonna
Oh,
we're-
shout.
if you were to
Talking.
shout, they could hear you.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna just
and
shout
you, and
then.
you can probably hear us because we're like, oh, dude, look at this thing here.
All right, so I'm gonna shout, "Hey guys, the walls are getting closer."
The walls are getting.
We need to figure this out and get out of here.
I'll start making my way toward them, I think.
Yeah, I'll walk around to also move towards them.
Does it seem like there's any clue as to the way forward in this
Where's
depiction?
Alyssa?
In this whole timeline thing?
Damn you.
Okay, continue.
No, Mark's
No.
genuinely asking.
I'm gonna answer the question, but I had to laugh. Warren, I don't know if you remember. Maybe because you were too busy being drugged back down the hill. But Alyssa turned to ash, so we don't want to
She
go up that.
ran up the hill.
We don't want to go up that hill, and if the walls are moving closer to us, it's not good.
I'm gonna look up at the top of the hill. And my face is just gonna change from the somewhat.
Having fun to
Fine.
no more.
Yeah, like
They're like, "Oh, there's something going on here, and it's starting to hit me."
yeah.
Yeah, your high just died.
Yeah.
Like instant buzzkill. Like you're like, oh fuck.
I'm gonna notice that too, and you take that as an opportunity. If those walls get in closer to us, as soon as we start going up that hill, it starts to kill us essentially, or age us. So we need to get out of here as soon as possible. We need to stay off
Morn,
that
with
hill.
with that perception check that high, as they're all talking, you watch it shift again another foot. It's literally like Freya is right up against your backside now. Like you turn to talk to Morn again and you bump into the wall.
Just moved again.
We need to hurry.
Have you figured out what these paintings mean? And I'll look at them.
Yeah, I would imagine
see-
we're at Kaz and Honor.
I see. Oh, that looks like. That looks like Shantea, and I think I see that as Grog. You might know him as. helm. I'll point those two out because that's all I recognize.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this is the War of the Gods that happened before the falling, when magic was more common in this world. But I don't know really what it's trying to tell us. Over on the other side, you could see they're fighting the Undying One. It looks like the people of this world and the gods teamed up together to kill this person.
Does it line up
Kaz?
with what was in the book about? Did we read
Kaz
something
and
about
Honore,
defeating that one?
the wall all of a sudden shifts about a foot closer to you. Like it's literally like it went from like you guys kind of like okay yeah like reading the wall to like in your face all of a sudden.
Didn't you guys read something
Oh,
about
okay.
fighting the Undying One?
Well,
We had a book. It had a bunch of like 5 different people that were able
There's
to
about
defeat it.
10. There's about like 7 feet from the wall to the bottom of the hill.
Fuck.
There's no. This chalice is not in the mural anywhere.
Now that you can see. Actually, no. With your well, actually, that would have been religion.
yeah, he rolled a 21.
Yeah, but that was with a religion. Roll a perception check with advantage
can I
because
help
Honor
him?
is helping you. Yep.
Come on, Kaz.
Our party fate relies on Kaz making a perception roll.
Your perception button is broken.
You're not seeing anything. You're like literally running around the room and you're like scanning the walls.
Can I try it?
No, because you assisted with the advantage.
Should have had
You guys
roll.
you guys are both literally running the room, and you're just like, okay. Do you see it? No. Do you see it? No. Okay, God. Fuck. And you're like running, like just sprinting around the room in circles.
Well,
And
I'm gonna look at-
it shifted
I'll just-
again.
I'll yell at the other two that we need to find the chalice in this
Kaz.
painting.
Kaz,
Yeah, I'll look for it then.
If they're shouting at us for that, I'm gonna...
if this object is magical and it doesn't appear that there's anything mechanical going on here,
5 feet.
is it safe to
I'll-
say
I'll assist you because you're a perception.
that there's a spell that could
You guys are 5 feet from the base
give
now.
us any clues?
I'm assisting Freya, so you can roll with advantage.
I don't know what spells you have in your toolbox, but if you've got one that can help, now might be the time.
Nothing.
I don't have like detect magic or anything like that.
You
I'm
are.
gonna look
You
closer
guys are
at the
full
part.
blown panic attacking.
No, I'm looking at the
running
part
in.
right near
It
the
sounds like it
Undying
in
one.
real life too.
Right near the undying. Yeah, right. Right near
Yeah.
the undying one. Okay.
Yeah,
I
describe
will
that.
let you. I will right near the undying one.
Yep.
What you notice is a individual hovering about 10 feet. I mean, you're not really sure. He's just hovering off the ground.
Mhm.
And you notice, he seems to be like looking down at the crowd with his hands out. And you notice, kind of like to the left, you notice humanoid creatures, humans, and other races. They seem to be like shields up, and they're like coming at the individual. To the right side, you notice demons or something of that nature, and they seem to be like claws out. And they look like they're coming to attack as well. And you notice the gods to the left and to the right seem to be coming in as well. It kind of is like an all-encompassing towards this one individual. They made a point to make it look like this one individual has like this giant like bubble around them and is fending off everything for some reason. You guys are now 3 feet from the bottom of the hill.
Okay, remembering what I read from the book, I'm gonna try and look for what appear to be 5 humanoids that stand out from everyone else.
5 humanoids.
That could resemble the 5 mentioned in the book. Similar to what Kaz was asking about.
Okay. Make a perception check. Not seeing anything, man.
Oh man.
While he's doing that, I want to just use my chill touch and mage hand to try to bring the chalice down the hill.
Okay. Make a strength check with the mage hand.
What if there's proximity for the chalice though? Like, what if bringing it closer to us is gonna... Never mind, that's meta. Do your thing.
Is gonna age us.
It's not meta. I mean, you don't know.
Well, I don't
You
know
guys-
what he's doing.
But you're thinking out loud.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
I mean, Mage Hand is visible. I think you could see
Yeah,
that
okay.
I'm gonna.
Wait, Kaz,
I'm gonna grab it and get it.
Kaz, wait. What if the proximity of us to that chalice is what creates aging?
Actually, don't make a strength check. Make a Arcana. Just straight Arcana and add your modifier. Like roll a d20 and add your modifier. Okay. So you guys watch as the hand. Actually, no, you can't, because what's the range on Mage Hand? 30 feet.
Mage Hand's 30 feet. Chill Touch is 120.
So you can hit it with Chill Touch, but you can't get Mage Hand to it. It's 100 feet away at the top of the hill.
So can my Chill Touch hand just knock it down the hill?
So you're trying. Hold on. So what is Chill Touch? Chill Touch is like a.
It's a ghostly skeletal hand. You make a ranged spell attack against a creature.
Chilling Touch.
So typically it's on a hit, a target takes necrotic damage, can't regain hit points. But you summon a skeletal hand to go out and grab someone.
I don't know if you can make a shove or a pull with that though. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, it's
me
not
read
typical use for the spell. I'm just trying to.
Unfortunately, I mean you cast it and you watch as Chilling Touch hits the goblet, but it doesn't do anything.
But nothing happens.
It kind of like rocks it a little bit, but nothing happens.
What is it sitting on?
It's just
On the
wedged
ground?
Yep, it's just wedged on the top.
Is the ground earth, or is it like
It's
loose
ash.
dirt,
It's ash.
loose dirt and ash? It's the bodies, right?
It's ash.
It's just a pile of ash.
Like the pile of ash comes up around the bottom of the chalice, so it almost sits in like a divot.
Just from people grabbing it and ashing. Ugh.
So what if I just
You guys have been pushed now to the very bottom of the hill.
would I be able to knock it down if I just throw fire bolts at it one after the other and just rain fire on
And you
ground
do
where the
this. Yeah, you do this, and the ash for some reason doesn't move, but the goblet kind of just teeters back and forth. And that's all you're able to get it. For some reason, it almost just it looks like it's just sitting there, like it's wedged. Morn, you turn your head up and you ask for guidance from Shantea. This being a temple to Shantea. Roll a D100. Is this Home Alone? Oh, it sounded like Home Alone for a second.
Oh, for a second, I did, yeah.
You
The
reach
eyebrows,
out.
Henri, what's going on over there?
You reach out towards
I was thinking,
Shantea,
Why would that sound? Home
and you
Alone,
close your
Yeah, it's right,
eyes
sorry.
and you pray. You pray and you reach out, and you kind of feel like a breeze go past your face and up the hill.
Does this point straight toward the goblet? Is it giving me some sort of path?
Right at the goblet.
I'm gonna take one step onto the pile again.
I'm gonna
Start to age just a little bit.
grab him when he does that, because I don't know what he's doing, and pull him back, or I'm gonna try to pull him back.
What you
Are
think
you-
about that
Are you,
pictograph over there,
are you
Kaz?
resisting?
You think that?
No, I'd take a step back, but I'm just like,
You
I
can't.
was trying.
The wall has pushed you to the edge. You guys are literally standing on the very bottom.
Shantae is leading us up.
Kaz,
We can't though.
you
'cause-
start to age 5 years. Henri, you age 5 years. Freya, Morn,
You said it was like a year for every minute I was up there.
At the very top. It seems to be different as you ascend.
One second.
I guess it's not that big of a difference.
For you, no.
Speak for yourself.
For the mortals,
For me.
Kaz and Morn.
Oh, don't
this
call them
is-
mortals. I'm still mortal. I just live a long
I
time.
mean, yeah, but it's a little bit different.
Henri's
mean-
not that mean.
Yeah, but will Morn make it to the top?
I
Will
think
Kaz make it to the top?
Morn, I think you're probably the last person that should go up the hill.
Me?
It's pushed you another foot
No,
now.
Kaz or Morn.
You guys have been
Cool.
pushed now to the bottom of the hill, and is now pushing you guys up the hill.
Do we have any idea what we need to do?
Morn, you're 50 now. The axe in your hand isn't it's not like really heavy, but it's beginning to become very heavy.
Yeah, I'm gonna start following up. I'm gonna start walking up the hill. Let's be like Shantae's leading us up.
I'm gonna
You guys watch as Morn just begins to walk.
I'm gonna
And you guys watch as the beard becomes longer, grayer. His face sags. The eyes sag.
I'm just gonna close my eyes and start walking up.
I'm
Okay.
And just listening to Shantae.
Yeah, at this point, with us being forced up the hill anyway, I will probably also start walking up the hill.
I'm
Morn
gonna
said that Shantae is leading us up there, so I'll follow.
Okay.
as this is happening, I'm just gonna put both of my hands on whatever section of the wall I'm closest to and entreat my own goddess. Say
Okay.
in Elvish. Dear Luna, if you have any power here, please give me a sign. I need a way forward.
Roll a D100.
Any light
Roll
that
below
you can
50.
shine down here.
Roll below
Please.
50.
Sorry?
Roll
Roll
below
below
50.
roll below 50.
Come on,
Okay.
come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh,
Very nice. You concentrate. And you pray, and the wall continues to push you back. And Elune is also known as Maliki, or the goddess of the forests, or the moon goddess. She is the goddess of the hunt. And you close your eyes, and the wall pushes you, and you feel your body age. But for you, it's different. But you look, and Morn is halfway up the hill, and he's beginning to stumble, and he's beginning to have issues, and he is visibly older. And your vision blacks out for a second. And you're like, whoa, I can't see. And you turn and look back towards the hill, and a single stream of moonlight beams down on top of the goblet.
I don't want to walk
And then
up.
every 5 feet down the hill, a stream of moonlight. And then your vision returns to you. The moonlight was coming towards you.
Let me know when I'm within 30 feet of the chalice.
But like most
You're
centered on
within
the
30
goblet?
feet. Also, make a strength check to see if you can continue to hold on to your axe.
Is
Can
it
we
most-
all see that light?
Is
No.
the light most centered on the goblet? Seems
Okay.
like.
It looked like it. Morn, you are dragging your axe behind you. You're just barely able to hold it. As you're like just at this point you're around 80, 85. And you're standing
Yeah.
in front of the goblet, and you can feel your body you can just feel it withering. And your
I'm gonna
heart
stop moving. And with one hand on my great axe, I'm gonna reach out with my other hand, and I'm gonna cast Thorn Whip up at the chalice. Which Thorn Whip?
Okay.
I guess I don't know. It technically can't target an object, so I don't know if it can pull it or not.
You cast it, and it whips out towards the object, and the object, it wraps around it. One long vine. And actually, I don't know if you can even cast that in here because I think you need to have... Yeah, you need the stem of a plant.
I mean, I have my great axe is still my
So you're using
focus.
your like.
So I have one end on my great axe, and I'm using it as my focus still.
And as long as it's not a material component that requires a gold cost or is
Right.
spelled.
Yeah.
So I can use my great axe as my focus.
Okay. So you kind of like slam your axe into the ground with what strength you have left, and then a vine just whips out of the axe and wraps around the goblet. The goblet doesn't budge, and you just tug, and you feel your body just become older, and you guys watch as Morn drops down to 2 knees now, standing like literally like 3 feet from the goblet. At this point, you're in your late 80s.
I'm gonna get in front of Morn. Alright, kneel down in front of him. What does Shantae want us to do, Morn?
I'll ask one more time. My dying breath. What do I do?
Up to Shantae again.
Yeah.
You feel the breeze blow past you towards the goblet again. And your heartbeat.
Freya, you need to get to the goblet, and I'm just gonna kind of lie down onto the dust.
You guys watch as his beard continues to slowly grow longer. And his body goes from the large, muscular Morn as he begins to grow, like he just begins to wither in front of you.
Well, I'm gonna get up to the goblet then.
Okay.
And get right up next to it.
Okay.
What am I supposed to do? I don't know what to do. I'm saying that out loud. I can't touch it. I can't touch it with anything. I'm just looking down at Kaz and Henri.
You guys are halfway up the hill now, Kaz and Henri. It's continually pushed you. Kaz,
So-
you are...
When I got to the bottom and it started to push us a few feet, I wanted to fly up, and I don't want to move towards the chalice any more than the wall pushes me, but I don't want to be on the ground.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Can I still talk? Am I still able to talk?
You're still able to talk, you're tired.
I'll kind of shout out to Freya. I'll be like,
I'm following the shafts of moonlight.
I don't know if Alyssa could touch it. I think it's up to us.
Kaz, you're still aging, even if you
So it
flew
doesn't
straight
matter.
up.
Okay.
Yeah, you're still aging. Henri,
I have
you
a pit
follow
in my
the
stomach
moves?
right now. I have a pit
Bring
in my
the-
stomach.
Bring the cup down. We'll do it together.
Ginge.
If I'm still aging in the air, then
Ginge.
Yes.
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm gonna say this.
don't touch it.
You can't tell her what to do. What are you doing?
Freya, we'll do it together.
I'm telling her, looking at her in her eye, don't touch it.
We'll do
But
it
Morn's
together.
telling me to touch it.
Morn,
Fuck!
Morn, your heart is starting to slow and stop.
We'll do
You're
it.
almost 100 years old.
We'll do it together.
I'm
And I'll just be kind of like blinking up at her.
gonna pick up the
Can
chalice.
I fly close to it and then try to pick it up when I
What'd
get
you
within
say?
30
No,
feet?
I just said I'm gonna pick up the chalice.
You pick it up?
Yep.
Do you touch it with Morn, or are you touching it just alone?
He's not up there with me, right?
He's like 4 feet from the chalice, and
Well,
he's
then
just
I-
growing. He's
I was-
growing older and begin like.
I thought he
getting
was further
small.
down. Well, if he
No,
wants to,
he's like 3 feet from the
does he
chalice.
want to grab
if
with me?
that.
I
You
can't
said-
get to
you
it.
said- you said-
Yeah.
I can't stand up.
But you
could-
reach it?
If you reached out, you could touch it.
Okay.
That's how
Because you
close
reach
said
out
you
now.
are.
you said do it together. So I'm going to with Morn grab the chalice then.
Morn and Freya turn to dust.
GG.
Are
Well,
you serious?
Kaz, you fly in to grab the chalice.
Well, I want a mage hand. Try to pick it up with my mage hand. I don't want to touch it.
Okay, the mage hand grabs the chalice, and nothing happens.
Can it pick it? Is it able to pick it up and move it?
Seems like it's too heavy. The walls have pushed you. At this point, Kaz, you are in your early 70s.
It's the heavy ass chalice.
How old am
Okay.
I now? If I was 180.
You're like 240-ish.
Okay.
You are starting to feel the effects.
But I'm still pretty okay.
Yeah, but you just watched your friends
Yeah.
dust out.
Well, physically okay. Do I still see the moonlight? Is it
No.
okay, it's gone, but I kind of remember where it led, which was small points of light up to the top with a big beam
Correct.
on the goblet.
Yes.
I'm walking towards it, and when I get close to it, I will ask one more time and say, is this really the only way?
You get no response this time. Kaz, you were late 80s, early 90s, and you feel worn down.
Kaz,
As you watch,
Either-
Kaz is kind of like hovering around the goblet, and you look like physically very, very, very old.
I see
Wait,
no
how
way
does it
out
work
of
with a
this.
changeling though?
Her
Would Kaz
body's
look any
still
different?
aged.
Well, his body
She would-
does.
She would revert back to her fate, like her original.
Okay.
I see no other way out of this.
The wall has pushed you within 10 feet of the chalice at this point.
Either we grab it, or we're forced to. We may be alright on the other side, or we might not. But I don't
I-
see an alternative.
I don't either.
See
On
you on the other
three.
side, brothers.
I just want to thank you for, well, being with here to help with us here. You know what I mean. I'm not very good with words.
I know what you mean.
Now I'll reach my hand out.
As I'm reaching for the goblet, what do we call this? A goblet, chalice,
Chalice, goblet,
whatever.
whatever.
Goblet.
Death trap.
I'm gonna find Shantae on the mural. I'm just gonna say, "I'm my own god." I want to touch the fucking chalice.
At the same time.
Kaz poops out. Henri, you poop out. Okay, so end of session. I didn't anticipate it to go that way. Thanks for coming. So,
Great.
anyways, in the entire time that this was happening, Alyssa, what would you like to do? Before you,
Fucking knew it.
as you poop in, before you, there is a Y to your left. About 300 feet off, you see a light blue glow. And then to your right, and kind of straight ahead, you see almost like a bright sunlight. And then like probably like 2 minutes later, a staff appears next to you.
Yeah, it just drops in behind me.
And then 30 seconds later, a sword. And you're like, what the fuck?
I'll turn around, I'll kneel down, and I'll pick him up and I'll say, what a fucking idiot.
Andre, if you're more excited to see that you're sword than us, you're fucking dead.
Mind fuck.
Fucking
You're
hate you.
welcome. You're welcome. I want to shout out to Frosty and say thank you so very
Dude.
much for
Oh
fucking
yeah,
with
I
this
knew
guy.
about this for the whole entire week and I sold it.
I fucking knew it. I fucking had a theory. I was like, okay, if we're not dead and this is just like a mindfuck thing and Ginger's just trying to make us think that we have to risk death for this shit, then Frosty knows and he's being completely like on
Unreadable.
board with it and like completely like leading us on thinking that he's actually dead.
That's
Yeah,
why Frosty
fucking
stuck
called
around so long last week.
Oh my god.
Oh, so
He wanted to hear what we were talking about.
Yeah, so I let him go. I let him go for 10 minutes
Yeah,
before
like 5 minutes in, you messaged me. You're like, "Oh, you appear here." I'm like, and then I realized, "Oh, I gotta sell this."
Yeah, and then he started going off on you guys, and I was like,
my god.
"Oh,
Frosty's always the first to go to bed, and he stayed up for like another hour and a
Yeah,
half.
that was uncharacteristic of him.
It was.
Okay, so
I appreciate
Kaz,
it because I
you
like
calling
talking to
me
you,
a
but-
sick fuck? Frosty is just as guilty. Frosty is just as guilty.
Very true. Very true. That was
Oh my
very funny
God.
though.
Oh,
Fuck you,
I loved making you guys sit for an
So
entire
fucked up.
week.
So
Dude,
fucked
you
up.
He just-
legitimately made me squirm. I was like, what
That
the
was
fuck?
very entertaining.
Oh, big time. I was like,
Well done.
I was like, well, how long will it take for you guys to touch the goblet? And then think that there's some kind of puzzle behind it. And then Alyssa, she just walked up and touched it. And I was like, cool, this totally set everything into motion that I wanted. And I was like, you just dust it out. And it was like, okay, I'm gonna let Frosty stew for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna message him. And I messaged him, and he was like, "Oh, baby," and then he just started on you guys.
What age are we? I'm assuming we're back to where we were when we entered the room, or are we actually the age?
You haven't
You will-
pooped in yet. You have like an
Yeah.
hour to go.
Yeah, you'll find out. So,
Okay.
Alyssa, what would you like to do in this small span of time?
Yes, sir. Fork in the road. Left one. Low blue light. Right one. Bright light. Slight breeze.
Like almost like sunlight.
Hmm.
You don't have to do anything at all. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. After slinging the quarterstaff on my back and stowing the sword in my bag.
Oh, I didn't see your stuff, Andre. I guess it didn't come through. Fuck, you lost it anyway.
We go into combat later, and Andre's like, "That sword looks
That's
super
fucking
familiar."
my sword.
Oh,
What the fuck? You know, that sword looks pretty familiar. I wonder why.
the only thing that'll make
Did
this
you
better,
perhaps get sticky fingers?
the only thing that'll make this better is if like 5 sessions from now, Alyssa pawns that fucking sword. The
For like
only
20
thing-
gold.
Yeah,
Fucking do it.
First of all,
Fucking
First of all,
do it.
Andre. One, you don't know what I'm gonna do with it, so shut up. And two, I fight with my hands, bitch. Okay, so.
Yeah, you'll
And
never
three,
do that.
you don't fucking know what I'm gonna do with it.
Actually, hold on. What kind
Well,
of bag do you
fucking do
have
it.
though, Andre? Or Alyssa? It's just a regular bag, right?
Regular backpack.
Does she know how it works?
Yeah, but the thing is I don't know if you can shove a whole sword in the backpack, so you might have a bit of that sword sticking out. So, just saying.
Yeah.
Anyways, what would you like to
It
do?
pops open pretty easily.
Anyways, so you have the four. It's almost like a Y, it kind of like a off kilter Y. So you have one that goes kind of to the left, and that looks, it looks man-made to an extent. The one to your right and straight ahead almost looks carved out.
I'll go to where the fork separates, like the I guess like the corner piece where the Y starts,
Okay.
and I'll turn my back to the Y and just lean against that like corner piece,
Just wait for them to come in.
and I'll say, well, hopefully they'll realize they have to physically touch it at some point, and I'll wait like 10, 20 minutes.
10, 20 minutes go by. 30 minutes go by. 35 minutes go by. 45 minutes go by. And who would be the first? Freya and Morn all of a sudden bamf in. You guys are laying on the ground, catching your breath. You're completely the same age as when you were before you went up the hill.
Sweet.
I'm gonna look at Frey and just chuckle and be like, twice. They can't kill us, can they?
I guess not.
Took you long enough. I was about to go dungeon delving.
You guys look up, and Alyssa is like, she's ahead of you about like 150 feet, and she's like leaning against the wall, like hands behind her head, and she's
Her
just
dead.
kind of like, yeah, behind her head, and she's just leaning
She's
back.
actually dead.
Yeah. And she like looks at you and just that's what she says. And she kind of like smiles and smirks, and from a distance off, you're just kind of like, fuck.
Well, we didn't know that we were supposed to turn to dust to get out of that room, so we were trying not to be too hasty after you went.
Yeah, apparently your body turned to dust and fell to the ground. And
Yeah.
we thought the same was going to happen to us.
It
4
looked like you
minutes later-
physically became ash.
Andre and Kaz. They land on top of you guys.
Welcome.
Oof. Sorry about that. Hard landing.
The
How
gods
nice of
need
you-
us for something.
How nice of you to join us.
Once I see Henri, I'll walk up to her and I'll take the sword back out and the quarterstaff, and I'll kneel down and hand them over to her. I believe these are yours.
Oh, wait, thank you. I'll take him back, like still lying on the ground, and just like get up and kind of like. Ooh.
Son of a bitch. Okay, so before you.
Much appreciated.
So, Kaz, from your bag, you feel a slight tug to the left.
Ooh.
But before you guys, there's an off-kilter Y in the road. To your left, about 300-ish feet away, there's like a low blue glow, kind of through a almost man-made type stone archway. And you can't really see what's through that. To the right and straight ahead-ish is a bright light. Almost like sunlight. And you feel a small breeze coming towards you.
The tug is like directly to my left or to the left where that road goes.
To the left where that road goes.
I'll say kind of real quietly under my breath. Shantae, I'm sorry for what I said when I was mad. Please don't smite me.
You feel like a warm breeze blow past your face and kind of like almost feels like something like pets you along your cheek, and you're kind of like, all right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
She's real
And
understanding.
then I'll
That's
tell. But also I saw her murder Kaylin. Maybe murder's a strong word, but
I don't think we saw
She
that.
smote him.
you didn't.
Everybody
I did.
saw that.
Okay, it was.
Well,
it was
you didn't.
You weren't
Freya
there.
didn't.
No.
okay, I guess I didn't realize she actually came down. I thought Kaylin went somewhere else.
Oh no,
yeah,
no, no.
because
She
me and Morn were
appeared-
not in the room.
She appeared to the same, like the whole. Not everybody saw it because the light was really bright, but Henri and Kaz were able to see her, and she basically she almost looked like a ball of like she looked like a like the sun almost, like you're looking into it, and like Kaz and Henri were able to pick it out and see as she like basically held tightly to Kaylin, and the next thing you noticed, Kaylin was laying on the ground. They were able to see that. Not a whole lot of everybody else in the room saw that though.
So we saw exactly what happened.
Pretty
Not
much.
everybody else. So we know that, like, did we hear what she said? Like about how she was sorry.
No,
I
it
thought
was
we didn't
basically-
hear. Yeah.
It was basically
Okay.
like she was holding him tight, kind of like motherly to his son, and whispered into his ears. And ear, not ears.
And then just
like, more like.
yes,
not
other
like, you know.
other onomatopoeia. Well, I mean, like,
Yeah.
She
Basically, it was like something out of the
euthanized
movie
him.
where they're like, where like, you don't see
Mhm.
it coming, and they're hugging, and then all of a sudden, like the blade appears in the backside.
She took
Yeah,
him to the shed out back.
but she kept on the like motherly like comfort up until the very end.
Correct. Laid him down, set his head on the ground, cried. Or from what I believe, yeah, you two were able to see like the tear come down as she laid next to him for a moment before she.
Mother
So-
loves her child.
So Kaz is gonna try to play it cool, but she's like real relieved that she's not on the bad side of Shantae in her own temple. And then I'll just say to the group,
Old Yellard.
I'm pretty confident the left is The left is where we want to be headed.
And how do you figure that?
Just a feeling, I guess.
Yeah, voices speak to all of us. I trust Kaz.
Very well.
Okay. So you begin to make your way towards the left. As you guys begin to make your way towards the left, Honor, you kind of take that small moment to yourself and you just like head down. Yeah, you head down, you kind of form your symbol, your hand prayer, and you say your quick little prayer to Elune or Mikalika. I can't pronounce the name. And Shantea, kind of like on a side note, thank you for not leading us astray. You feel like that slight presence where they're not there, but they acknowledged.
Like the light of the moon briefly shines on.
Yeah, something like that. Below ground.
Yep.
You guys make your way towards the left. As it large stone archway. Definitely man-made, dwarven-made, elven-made. You're not sure. Definitely not recent. This is either pre-calamity, pre-holy war. This is very ancient, as there's runes that march all the way up the stone archway. You walk for another 50 feet beyond the archway. It opens up into a large circular room, and in the center, just like that room that you were at before, where you found the original stone that you hold, is a large, almost like dais, like a large bowl type deal.
Maybe.
That
Dais.
seems to have a low blue lit, almost moonbeam that goes from the dais straight up to the ceiling, but it seems to be missing something.
Maybe the head of a goat.
There's no stone in it?
No stone.
Mm.
Make a perception check. Those of you who want to make a perception check, make one.
I'll tell the crew, like, something's wrong with this room.
Oh my fucking lord.
Kaz with those perception rolls.
Freya. In the back side of the room, you notice 3 dark cloaked individuals. More on you as well.
We're not alone.
They seem to be laying on the ground. You're not sure if they're alive or not.
I'm going to walk over and investigate.
Okay. You walk towards the
I'm gonna
3
accompany
individuals,
her.
and they're not right next to each other. They're kind of like one and then like 3 feet away, and then another one like 2 or 3 feet away. They seem to be kind of strung about.
I'm gonna take out my great axe and approach one near Freya's, but a different one.
Okay.
I'll approach one as well.
You guys are right up next to them.
I want to go where
they're kind of
you
like
would imagine
down.
the stone to be.
They're kind of like down, and like it looks something like this.
You said they're laying down, or are they like sitting and crouched?
Like one's sitting,
Like
one
hunched
is like
over?
laying face down, and then another one is kind of like up against the back of the wall, and they're like this.
So I'm gonna move up to the one that's hunched forward, and I'm gonna pull the hood back.
Okay. You pull the hood back. Skeleton and partial skin. It almost looks like somebody tossed acid on its face and it just dissolved.
Or like it's been dead a while, but not so long that all the skin has decayed, or something like that.
Correct.
I'll go to the one that's laying down and I'll flip his body over.
Completely, almost dissolved. Like bits and pieces of it are still flesh-like, but this one looks like whatever happened, it caught the brunt of it.
Yeah, I'll look at the third one.
The same as the first, partially dissolved, and seems to be in very rough shape. Probably died of injuries.
I'm gonna
Man, we missed the
body.
party.
Does it smell?
Make a perception check.
I'd do the same because I have advantage on that one.
Yes, you do.
Hell yeah, let's go!
Doubles. No. Hold on.
Roll a
Hold
third
on.
one.
Roll a third.
All right.
Okay.
No.
It smells acidic.
2 crits.
Noxious. Very, very, very noxious, acidic-y.
Double nats. Dubs.
Just very like acidic-y, noxious fume. Just very like somebody had very noxious acid and threw it at these people, or something of that nature.
I'm gonna search the body of the one
Okay.
that I'm looking at to see if I can find anything on it.
Okay, roll an investigation check. And you're to the one to the far left, right?
It was whichever one was like sitting, kind of hunched forward.
Okay. Okay, so you find a note in a front pocket.
Okay. I'll take it out and attempt to read it.
It's in common.
Perfect. What does it say?
It reads, all the way down. It reads, make your way to the temple of the Twilight Horizon. Retrieve the Laystone and bring it back to me. The never-ending one needs this for his ascension.
You said
We
Twilight.
live.
Wait, didn't you said Twilight what?
The Twilight Horizon. This is called this temple is called the Temple of the Twilight Horizon.
Okay.
The note talks of retrieving this Laystone and bringing it back to some lord for ascension. And then
Probably
at the
the
end,
Undying one.
and then at the end of this note, it states, "We live to serve forever."
Okay.
As you make your way towards the dais, whatever. The central platform disc looking deal that sits almost like on this like altar.
Okay.
As you get closer, you feel energy. Like if you were to chug like 3 or 4 Red Bulls. You just feel very jittery.
Ooh, this is familiar. Isn't that what happened when Kaz got close to the Laystone when we were in the
Yeah.
catacombs down there?
But what is the what is the thing that it's on?
It's just like a dais that almost has like a
I don't know what that is.
Isn't this like it's kind of like a bowl with water in it?
Yeah, it's like a circular disc, like a bowl almost, and then in the center of it, it has like a not like a jeweler's kit, but it has like a grasp, like a 3-fingered grasp. But if you were to set a stone in the center of it,
I see. There's nothing underneath it. The light is still there. Can I?
And Kaz had something in her bag tug her towards the direction we went, correct?
Yeah.
But none of you would know that.
No, but I'm just reminding.
I realize that the one in my bag wants to be placed there.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't necessarily want to put it there. Can I inspect the thing that it's on, make sure there's no like secret compartments or anything?
Yeah, roll investigation check.
And if I can't find anything, I'm gonna take the one out of my bag and put it where it seems like it should go in the center of the thing.
Okay. You don't see anything. So you reach into your bag and you pull out the kind of like Nerf football size, like larger than a softball, bluish looking opal stone. And you place it. And you all blow up. No, I'm just kidding. You place it in the center of this these prongs, and you watch as the stone lights up. And you have like about a 40 or 50 foot light in all directions as it just seems to absorb whatever this light is coming in. And the stone almost seems to hum before you. And you kind of reach out and you touch the stone just to see what it's doing. And you just feel like you could cast 1,000,000 fireballs or 1,000,000 spells and feel no drain. You just feel a surge of magical energy. And we're not even talking just like a surge, we are talking like a tidal wave of magical energy.
And is it constant there, or does it feel like it's taking the energy and
it feels like it's pulling it into the stone.
Yeah.
You get the gist. It's kind of like a catalyst.
Yeah.
It's a storage of some sort. Think of like nuclear bomb.
Yeah. It fills with kinetic energy that can be converted later.
He might be the next Lich King.
Okay. Do I get a sense of when it's I guess for lack of a better word, fully charged? Yeah.
Now. You have a feeling it was charged before.
Okay.
It's just reabsorbing at this point.
And if I go to take it, does it resist, or it allows me to?
It gives a little bit. It gives like a tiny pull. Like remember how it kind of had like that elasticity almost.
Yeah.
Like it kind of wants to stay there, but you're able to pull it away with a little resistance. It wasn't enough that it caused you to have to fully lean into pulling it out. Yeah.
Okay.
So that being said, kind of a little bit of a history thing or a little bit of a back thing. You get the gist now. When you first found the stone, there wasn't a ritual to sacrifice the stone or do anything to the stone. You get the gist. It might have been just praying to the stone of some sort, or prepping the stone to go somewhere.
Well, the stone, we found this weeks ago.
You would not know more because you're down investigating the people. Yep.
Okay, they're that far down.
This is just Kaz.
Yeah, you would have just heard Freya read that note out.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I said that, but I would have relayed what I read in that note. So it's just because Kaz left, so then it would just be me, Morn, and Alyssa.
Correct.
By the bodies, okay.
Well, and then Wanray, what are you up to?
I was kind of hanging out in the back, just keeping an eye on the room in general.
Okay.
I said it in the general, but I don't know.
Yeah.
If you saw it.
Probably.
Right before I asked Frosty what he rolled on that one check.
Okay. So you kind of see the group investigating the 3 dead individuals, and you see Kaz place this stone. Actually, roll a perception check to to see if you do see Kaz
Okay.
do them. Gotta beat a 17.
I've rolled a 3 on the last 3 perception checks in a row.
So
Three
you,
for three.
you kind of between watching the entryway and kind of glancing back periodically to see what they're doing with those 3 bodies, you don't manage to see Kaz place the stone and sit there for a moment or two before he retrieves the stone and puts it back into his backpack.
Did you say it like lit up though, like fucking huge?
About 30 feet out. Yep.
I mean, my passive perception is 17. Would I see that?
I would say anybody above a 16 would have noticed the light all of a sudden.
Mine is 17.
So I didn't see what happened until the light.
Yeah. You're not really sure what the light
And then
was. You saw
I like catch the light fading as it's
Yeah.
receding back into his bag.
it was quickly he placed it there, it lit up, and then like a moment he grabbed the stone and placed it back into his backpack. So you didn't see him grab a stone, but you saw a giant light all of a sudden, and then it disappeared. And it came from Kaz's general area.
I'll make my way toward the light.
I was gonna say
Am I the only one who saw that?
And Kaz is kind of standing up there alone, like staring at this
yeah.
It's not like a bright blue light, but it's kind of like a dim, almost like if somebody were to be holding a flashlight like 60 feet in the air and pointing it down.
I'll also move over to where Kaz is.
You walk up and Kaz is like standing in front of this little like holding area, and he's like slowly like waving her hand along the blue light and like testing the dais.
What happened?
It's the stone.
No, do we see the stone? Did Kaz already put it away? No.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Kaz
we
put
just
it
saw
away.
the flash of light then. So then yeah, what happened?
The thing we came here for isn't here. I don't know.
Another thing too, Alyssa, with a perception check that high, you do notice footprints leading back out the chamber. Like you see him walk in, and then you see him walk back out. And there's like another 4 or 5 sets.
We found bodies of people sent to retrieve this stone. I think that was here. For what did you call it? The unending one?
They must have came in and taken it and left then.
Is that different than the undying one?
I think they're the same. He seems to have a couple different names.
Seems like they got what they came for.
We need to get it back.
We need to find where these people came. Who sent these people?
Can I tell how old the tracks are, or is it hard to?
No, it's not. Only Alyssa saw it.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep.
Does she point?
She
her
didn't say
to point
anything.
it out?
I'm gonna go back to the body and try and look for that symbol of the undying one.
Okay.
On the person.
Easy enough, yeah. You pull open the cloaks.
Skip.
Whoa.
You pull open the cloaks and you do notice the circular. You don't find like the necklace. Actually, no. Roll
FS for fucking sakes.
roll an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, my investigation's not good. Well, it is if you crit.
Yeah, no shit. You don't find like the usual like neck piece, like the necklaces, but you kind of like rip open the cloaks and you like pull around and you look and you find like a tattoo kind of like along the left clavicle. Every single one of them has it. And you reach down to the hands and you check the hands with a nat 20, and you pull, and the finger on their left hand is missing. They had a prosthetic put on top of the finger to hide.
Okay.
And you kind of like break the prosthetic off on each one, and you're like, "Yep, there it is."
I'll point that out. Show them the fake fingers. Like,
I don't like
do
this.
Do we think these are the people at the camp that's nearby?
Maybe.
If they have any connection to the Undying One, then
do
it's
we know if
possible
the
they
Obsidian
know
Eye is working? The Obsidian Eye is not working with the Undying One.
They might be.
They were fighting against each other.
Things might have changed.
Would you explain why the camp would be in the jungle?
it's possible that whoever's trying to become the next one or bring back the original is in league or controlling the Obsidian Eye, but there's like no way of knowing that with our current knowledge.
The town might have answers.
But why do we?
Alyssa kind of walks towards the entrance that you guys came in and just starts to kind of like look around.
No, the opposite way. The opposite end.
Oh, the opposite, like so
away from where we came.
Okay. What are you looking for? Like doorways?
Yeah, just to see if it continues on into another room.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Oh, you found something over there.
Let's go, baby!
Fuck!
Nice.
Solid walls
Oh, yeah.
all the way around.
Look at those crits.
With the perception check, a nat 20, you notice as you search all of the walls
20.
and check everything, you go back to the
Okay.
footprints and you can see actually where they walked in, and you can see where the group minus 3 members walked back out towards where you guys came in.
I'll just look up to the where everyone else is standing, and I'll say, I don't know what sort of secrets you're keeping up there, but I'm gonna go back and check the other route.
Secrets?
What do you mean?
Jinx.
You owe me a fucking soda.
I called Jinx, you owe me.
Oh wait. No, you don't.
Okay.
Shit.
So Alyssa, you walk back, you start taking off towards the path that you guys came in on.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be sure to buy you a Dr. Pepper when we have our IRL session.
Excellent.
I think she found something. We should follow her.
Yeah, I think so too.
We need to find these people.
Right. We don't want
Follow
to leave
Alyssa.
empty-handed.
So you make your way back to that main Y in the road. The only other way that you can see as of right now is that straight away towards the bright light.
Going down
Do we
the right
see?
path.
Okay.
Okay, you would start to walk towards it. After about 50 to 75 feet, when you walk from a really, really dark place to a really, really bright place, you kind of get that moment of like flash.
God.
Yeah, like flashbang. You catch your sight again, and now before you, oops, wrong one,
You separating that noise. Oh.
is a giant room. Like hundreds and hundreds of feet wide in circular fashion. And in the very center of the room is like a pond or a lake, and a giant redwood looking tree, like several hundreds of feet wide, that goes straight up. And I'm not very good at making these, but roots are all over the ground. The tree is wide, just incredibly wide. Even from this distance, it looks like you're standing right next to it. And the tree shoots straight up towards the ceiling. And the one thing that you're able to pick up with your perception that high, Ellis, at the bottom of the tree, in the water, and all like piled up next to the tree, is gold and chests. And they're just mounds and mounds and mounds of gold and chests, and you think you see like boots and armor and weapons, and just piles and piles and piles and piles of gold.
Oh boy.
You touch it, you turn to dust.
You don't know that. Touch it.
I
Don't
think if you
do
touch
that,
it, a
Ginge.
dragon spits acid on you and kills you.
Dead instantaneously.
And that's about 500 feet off from where you are right now, Alyssa.
Mm-hmm.
Like from where you are, there's like a giant arc, and then it's just like an open field, and you see like these stone, almost like broke down pillars or pieces of buildings. You're not really sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, I suppose it's my lucky day. I'm surprised they didn't take any of this.
Send in Kaz, tree equals dragon.
When we when we get to the point that we're in the room, if I see her going for it, I'm going to yell to not approach those things.
I'll look back and I'll say, you seem to know a lot about this place we're in. Is it all just natural intuition?
Whoa!
Well, something killed those people back there. It wasn't their own group that they came with.
Yeah, and something happened with you up on that podium. I saw the blue light.
Time
I think
out.
you know a little bit more than you're letting on.
Kaz wouldn't know that they came with a group. Only Alyssa saw the footprints or deducted that there
Well,
was a
somebody
group.
took the stone.
Yeah.
True.
Something else is in here with us. And there's only one thing that I know that hoards gold and burns people alive.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see one today.
I'm gonna do primeval awareness.
Okay.
I thought I had that. No, I don't.
You should if you're a ranger.
Yeah, wait, where the
Yeah.
hell? Oh, you know what? I updated this and it took shit off. Hold on a second.
I thought you were going to say, wait, I was looking at...
There it is! I was looking at the wrong section.
I thought you were looking at the wrong person.
I would like to know... I can sense whether they're following types.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to specify. It just senses.
Just, oh
those,
yeah, that's
like-
right. Okay.
So it senses all of them. It's just not one or the other, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's weird. You pull back into yourself, and you send out your this blip, like a sonar, and you get 2 pings. And you're like, whoa, wait a second. It's 2 pings, but it's 1.
Mm,
And you focus hard. And you can't quite pinpoint where, but you get the sense of fiend and dragon in one.
oh. So it's 2 separate blips, but I can tell that they're part of one entity?
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna immediately... Because I imagine everybody's near me except Alyssa, right? Because she kind of walked
Yeah.
ahead a little bit? Okay. I'm gonna immediately let the group know that I sense... It feels like there's one entity, but in 2 parts, and I'm getting the sense that there's a dragon and some sort of fiend. But I don't know where.
Ooh, a devil dragon. That's unique.
That does not sound.
Well, you guys ready to leave?
How you leaving?
Do we see a way out?
I don't fucking care. I'm gonna fucking just dig my way out.
Cool. How about her?
There's no other way but past this tile.
How do we know this is a trial?
Pile.
Perhaps if we
This
Pile
is
with the people.
through it and
This is
don't touch anything, whatever's here won't.
So we can
You
keep
know,
our voices down too.
Oh, but that's not really any fun, is it?
I mean, if you'd like to
You
sacrifice
haven't
yourself
fought
to
a
the
dragon, have
dragon.
you? Alyssa, you haven't fought a dragon, have you?
I've fought many a beast.
Not a dragon.
well, if you haven't fought a dragon, let me tell you something. They're fucking terrifying.
And I'll lean in and I'll kind of look at her with a devilish grin. And I'll say, so am I, if you piss me off.
I'm gonna chuckle.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm not saying anything about you. I'm just saying.
And for a second, my pupils kind of look like they squeeze together and get thinner and elongate ever so slightly. So they look almost slitted.
Kaylin vibes. Kaylin, have you been reincarnated?
No, my eye color doesn't change, just literally the pupils.
Like I said,
Horn freaks out. It's the demon.
like I said, it's nothing against you. I'm sure you're very capable. You've shown that.
Doesn't mean we want to
But-
mess with a dragon either.
Dragons are on a whole nother level.
You've only seen 10% of what I have to offer.
Oh my god.
Fucking damn it.
Alyssa's an aesthetic, I tell you.
Like Scoob, I've only used 10% of my power.
Zoinks.
Freya, cast your sneaky thing. think we
Yeah,
need
I'll
it.
go ahead and do pass without a trace.
Okay.
And everybody roll perception or stealth.
Yeah, roll perception.
Oh, I needed that. Whew.
Actually, can I roll perception to see if I hear or smell anything?
I was gonna say we still want perception because we want to find a door or a way out.
Yeah,
Okay, so what would you like to do?
We just want to sneak while we do it.
yeah.
Oh baby, Freya, 15.
Yeah, I said I
That's
needed
not
it.
bad.
I'm glad I fucking passed that shit.
Okay, so Morn and Freya, with your perception, what are you guys rolling? What are you looking for?
We're looking for something like a way out. Like we
Yeah.
came into this room on one corner. Now we're gonna be walking through the room
Yeah, do we
to
see
find a way out of
another-
this.
Another hallway, another door, another opening, anything?
Staying
So-
is-
Or if
Why is
if there's a
possible.
way, I might be looking for a way up to the ceiling where the light's coming through.
Okay, so put your characters on this map where you'll be coming from roughly down here.
Great.
And each one of those squares is a movement. I know I couldn't get it to place really well, so however you guys move it, it'll be kind of weird. But that's 5 feet is each one of those squares. It's a very large
That's pretty close.
map. Yeah, it's pretty close.
Can you
might
give an
have-
outline of the pile of gold? Is that this ring in the middle?
The whole, like, the water and up like the side of the tree, and I mean it's just piled and piled with gold.
So the pile of the gold starts like here, though.
Yeah, and the whole way around.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys begin to make your way out into this field past the ark.
I think we try to take a perimeter would be my vote.
If I see Kaz doing that, I'd stay with him.
I'll look over to Freya and I'll say, well, lead on, Captain Buzzkill.
Oh, my apologies. Did you want to run out in the open without being stealthy?
No, we'll do it your way.
You could be a distraction if you want.
I mean, if you want to be bait, that would work too.
Perception.
So we're going around the outside? Round the outside, round the outside.
Okay. So where are you guys?
Around the outside.
We're going around the outside.
So Alyssa, you're beelining it straight for the tree.
As soon as those two said what they said, she'll frown and she'll start walking towards it.
Okay.
I mean, you
So-
called me a buzzkill.
So Alyssa, you have 6 for stealth because you walked out of the 30 feet radius of
16.
or yeah, 16. Sorry. Okay. Yep.
If she dies or is about to die, I'm just saying softly to the rest of the people. Does anyone feel obligated to go get her, or do we escape? Or I just want to have a plan so that we're all on the same page.
I mean, if we
So
running to a dragon with
she's making this decision. I feel like
Alyssa only makes it about 10 feet from you guys, like barely far at all. And all of a sudden, in your minds, you hear, "Who are you?
Ooh. Nope.
And why do you enter?"
Time out, I gotta change the music.
okay, we're no longer stealthy. I'm gonna start picking up the pace this way.
Hold on. Need music.
if I hear that, I want to try to come over here and take cover.
Just Cash, just, oh fuck!
I'm gonna beeline it.
Who are you to ask for my name wherever you are?
Skip this one. It's too slow. Not that one either.
You say this out loud, Alyssa, and almost immediately, without seeing a face or anything, if a thought could chuckle, that's what you get by. Kind of like a low, gritty, like snaky vibe chuckle. I am the Faceless one.
What's that? You're gonna have to be a bit louder. I don't think that carried through your microphone.
Shoot,
I
sorry.
didn't want to face the faceless one.
I am the Faceless one.
Oh, so you don't have a face.
You to enter.
What is she doing out there?
Just some people looking to have some fun.
Just like 10 feet away. Kaz is just like,
Wait! In your
What?
mind, you're thinking that. Can it hear our thoughts? Like, dude, what happened to your face? Why are
What's
you
there
faceless?
if there's no face? I don't even understand how that would work.
Is it just like no distinguishing features of a normal face, or is it like
Guys, this is not our
there's
problem
like
right
just
now.
a flat
like
full-
No, these are the important questions
Yeah,
you have
these
to
are.
ask.
It's like a head, but both sides are the back of the head. Like, what does that mean?
who has passive perception over 16?
I do.
Mine is 16.
Me.
Mine is
So you-
17.
You three,
Same.
up above you, like to the far left and like at the top of the ceiling, you see this like 100-foot long creature, almost centipede-ish, with like 3-4 heads. And as you look at it, think Avatar: The Last Airbender, Ko.
Oh, his side half is burned off.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. And you just see like every like 5 or 6 seconds a different face transitions over.
Ooh.
And it has these 4 like appendage like tentacle type deals. It looks like a mixture between something and a dragon. And you see it slither, like slither and move across the ceiling. And it's like transitioning itself from here to here to here, and like kind of down you guys' direction. And Kaz hasn't picked it out yet.
How tall are these? When I came here, I wanted to get cover, but I don't.
Oh
actually
yeah,
know how
you're
tall
able
they
to
are.
get, you're able to get cover. They're about
I
4 or
can
5
duck
feet.
down.
I'm going to point
yeah.
out to anybody that doesn't know where it is. I'm going to point up and be like, you guys, up there?
And you guys all look up, and this gigantic creature is just like curling its way around the top, almost snake-like-ish.
I'm going to shout for Alyssa to come back with us.
Andre, get back. Andre.
No one gets left behind.
I was just gonna ask, does it let you make it bigger?
Just a tish.
Oh, there you are. Why don't you come down here? I just want to talk.
So this thing has 4 separate necks and 4 heads,
Yes, ignore
Just like
one
it
of
should.
them. Yeah,
or however many. Yeah.
yeah. There's 4. There's 4 separate faces, and as you say that, Alyssa, a face transitions by to a female, and it smiles, and then it transitions back to a male face, and it looks sad, almost like like right before like a death face. And then like the other faces are transitioning all at the same time.
Well, I'll turn to whoever next to me is like, this looks like a puzzle I can solve. I'm gonna pull out my great axe.
Fuck yeah.
Why do you enter?
Like I said, just came to have some fun.
We really just want to leave. If you can show us the way, we'll go.
And it lowers itself down to the ground, kind of like roughly where you are now, like coils itself around and lands. You can leave. And like one of the appendages like reaches out. Come here.
I was thinking like a door.
Or, you know, a crack in the fucking ground.
Yeah.
That'll work too.
You have those?
Yeah, what Kai said. More.
And, like-
Monster equals goat. Lake equals full of water. Go. Shit. Shit.
Martin's getting ready to rage.
Shit!
And like a deep breath inhales, and you guys watch as this body, faceless looking creature, think like Spirited Away, the like black creature, a mouth forms and opens, and you guys watch as like this noxious green liquid begins to drip and sprays. So, Kaz, Freya, and Henri are all within that cone.
Alright.
Make a...
Why is my health so low?
Because you fucked yourself on the
fuck!
trap.
Shit!
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Do we get any advantage from the rock?
You will.
Alright, I got a 19, it's not bad.
How do I do that? Am I supposed to add something, or do I
Just
you
roll
want me to
twice.
just roll with advantage, or?
Roll with advantage. Where the fuck is
The hell?
the... There he goes. DC 18. Okay.
The second one rolled in D&D Beyond, but
Did you roll over
It was it was a 25.
Okay, so you saved, Freya saved, Henri failed, and... Okay,
Oh shit.
okay, so... 16d6.
A 16 failed.
No, hold on.
That's
oh,
not good.
fucking baby.
Oh, don't say that.
1 second. Okay, so
Ginge, I don't like when you smile.
you guys, Freya saves, Henri fails, Kaz saves. So, Henri,
Yes.
you take 36 points of
Question.
acid damage.
Oh, it's acid. Then I can use this.
Yep.
I'm glad that didn't hit
Do
me.
you have absorb element?
Oh, you
I
take
do.
half damage, Freya.
Yeah. Well, wait.
I
it
take
didn't-
half damage?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Display spell text.
So, the spell captures some of the incoming damage, lessening its effect on you and storing it for your next melee.
I
attack.
will. Worth noting that I'm casting it at 2nd level, so whenever I do the damage, it will do 2d6 instead of
Okay, so you absorb.
half the damage.
So you absorb half of 36.
Yeah.
Which is
18.
Yep. So Freya, you take 18 points of damage.
You guys, it's
No.
not good.
Yep, acid. Henri, you take 16 points or 18 points,
18.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
and Kaz, you take the same amount.
Oh, man. And I already used second wind. Oh, fuck.
Roll initiative.
Was there never a short rest between?
No, because we went into that
Then and
room
now?
right away, and then we bamfed into...
Lord.
Yeah, dungeon
Not
crawl,
good.
baby.
Not
Dungeon
good.
crawl.
Not good, not good, not good.
Yeah, we definitely should have done a short rest after when the door was there at the mirror door.
We should have, but we didn't.
Fuck, 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 fuck.
Time to spread out.
Yeah. Not good. I mean, I would have been down if that thing had hit me full, so... we're already not
ready.
good.
Yeah. So, initiative is...
So what was the half and what was the full?
full is
18 and 36.
Half is 8.
As you watch as this spray of acid just exits his mouth and sprays in a large cone type area as it coats Henri and Freya and Kaz. As you guys kind of like roll and like wipe it off quickly, and it burns through some of your equipment and your clothes.
Say, like, I'm caught off guard at first, but I have the presence of mind to just, like, utter the spell and go and, like, absorb some of it, but still take full in the face.
Okay, so
So I'll be
Freya and
back.
Morn, who has the higher dex?
Mine is 15.
Freya's is higher.
So
Minus 14.
Freya. Alyssa. Baby and Kaz.
Can I get a
1, 2,
redo?
3, 4.
I need to take a
I
short
feel like
rest
I'm
before this
missing
fight.
somebody. Oh, Henri, there she is. So she's above Alyssa. Okay. So this creature sprays this poison out in a large cone type area. At the top of its turn, he rolled really well. So I need a 5 or a 6.
Who was first between Morn and Freya?
Freya. So the acid breath does not recharge. So it's gonna pull its body and just lunge towards these. So it has a movement speed of. Speed. Going to move right. And get right up in you guys' face. Okay. And then it's reach.
Oh, it's not gonna work.
Okay. Nope. So it's just gonna like dash towards you, and it's gonna move right up into you guys' face. And that'll be its movement and its actions. Freya.
I only had that one healing potion left. I used it on Henri. Fuck. Well, oh nope, I do have one left. Potion of greater healing, 4d4 plus 4. So I'm going to heal myself. Alright, 16. That's a little better. Alright. And that's an action, right? To use a potion?
Yes. Yep.
Well,
You still have
I
movement.
still... Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna get behind some cover, and I think I'm just gonna have to keep dashing out every time I want to attack, so... Alright, I moved behind the cover, and I will... End my turn.
We should establish if this will give half or 3/4 cover or full. I'm assuming it won't give full because
It's giving half, almost full. Yeah. It's a very large. It's about 4 feet, so you're able to like really get down behind it. It gives about half, so I think it's like, what is that, 40 your AC?
No, that's 3/4 cover.
Yeah, that's 3/4.
Half is +2 to your AC.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would say then actually this would be 3/4 because it's a large stone. Yeah, this one is 3/4. This is half, and this is barely anything, like maybe 1.
3/4 is +5 actually.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, this is a very large stone.
That'll help a lot.
I try to be a little nice. Morn, you're up.
I will rage and run at this thing.
Okay. So, are you leaping over or are you running around?
How far is it? You said each one is
5 feet.
Yeah, so
5,
regular
10, 15,
ruler
20,
or-
25, 30, 30. Okay, so I could get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it is 40 feet would be here.
Yep.
That's not far enough.
Nope, you're gonna come up about 10 feet short of it, probably. It looks like 5. You're about 8 feet, 8 feet-ish, 10 feet off. Yeah. It's a large creature, but it took you. So you're gonna come close if you jumped up and over. So if you jumped up and over, you need to make an athletics check. Yep. Or if you did it that way, because you can cut off if you go up and over. That might be a shorter route. Because you were right.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll do that.
Okay. So make an athletics.
And I'll rage before I do it, so I can have advantage on the
Okay, so you gotta be at 15.
athletics.
I'll be.
That's the first roll, and
Oh, no.
Maybe.
Please.
it's unfortunate. Oh boy, I didn't make it.
Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
You get
2 and a
halfway
4.
up and over,
2 and a 4.
and you come over the side and biff and roll on the opposite side. So you only come up about like right here.
You're
Okay.
considered
So
prone,
then,
or does
Nope.
Okay.
He rolls and comes back up, and then like it uses like a tish of his movement. So actually, I would say probably around. You probably make it to about right there.
okay. Oh, how large is this creature?
It's considered large. Well, what is the next one up? Is large and then gigantic?
Gargantuan.
I think huge.
Yeah, it's
Isn't
Uh,
that
large,
16 to hit.
and then
Yeah,
like
it's
giant
considered
and gargantuan or something.
huge. 16,
16 to hit.
You hit it.
Okay, I pulled the thing
That's-
10 feet closer to me.
That's just your AC. So can you pull?
I can pull
Huge?
up to large creatures.
It's not large. It's huge.
Okay.
So you wrap around it, and it just kind of like moves an inch.
It's tiny, small, medium, large. huge,
Actually, no, I
gargantuan.
can't even cast spells while I'm raging, so I do not do
Oh.
that.
Yep.
I will just stand there because I can't do anything.
Okay.
So.
Henri. This creature lumbers up in front of you and like pulls its body, like the whole upper half of its body towards you, and is right in your face.
Okay. So,
What are you gonna do?
can I get up? I want to try to. How high up are its heads?
Right now,
Yeah.
5 feet. I mean, they're pretty low. They're like down, kind of like in your area.
I want to try to get up on top of one of them.
Okay. Make a acrobatics.
Fuck's sake!
You jump and you grab like kind of one of like the beard like portions of its face, and it like swings its face around and it whips you, and you kind of like do like a roll and you try to catch yourself and land on your knee like right in front of the beast.
Hmm.
That's your action.
Shit.
And you're like not prone, but you're like on a knee right in front of its face.
What's my action? Fuck. Well, then I will. I'll cast Zephyr Strike. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay.
but I won't move just yet. Or I'll move to where I think the heads are all within 30 feet of me.
It's about right like there.
Okay. And because I have Zephyr Strike on, my movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
Okay.
And that'll end my turn this time.
Alyssa.
All right. So the three who got hit, they're like covered in acid, right?
They're pretty drenched. It's starting to like phase off, and they've like wiped the majority of it off. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
for me, it was more just like I absorbed it with my hand.
Yeah. So I'll look towards them, and I'll look back towards this thing, and I'll say, "Man, it's really unfortunate that you did that. I really just wanted to have a nice little chat with you, but I'm afraid it's not possible now because you really pissed me off." And I'm gonna go hybrid mode.
Oh,
Freya, could you get that song for me? And so she clutches her head in both hands. And she starts like growl, like hyperventilate, and black fur starts bursting out from her forearms, from just every part of her body, and she still has her equipment on, but she starts to bulk up a little bit, and this is what she now looks like.
wow. Nice.
I'm not seeing anything.
I posted it in Discord.
Not seeing it.
It's in song requests, but
Oh,
it isn't.
there we go. That's why. Nice.
Gnarly.
She's not a wolf, she's a bear.
I was gonna say this looks like a
Motherfucker.
bear.
Yeah.
Bear.
Okay, so you guys watch as all of a sudden from the waist up and partial legs begin to grow this thick, black, coarse hair, and her muscles just expand out, and she grows bulky and as big as Morn, even a little bit bigger. And the face elongates into a stout, and like right as she looks up, this bare face, and she just like these two like almost like out of a cartoon, like these two puffs of smoke, and she kind of lets out like this low bestial guttural, like not roar but like a growl, and then she kind of like looks down towards the creature.
Yeah. And I'm gonna charge forward, and I'm gonna start swinging some claws.
Do it up.
And when I'm transformed, I can make 3 strikes.
Yeah. Hit. Uh-oh. Miss. So you need to roll on the second one. You need to roll a D100.
Gotcha.
70. Unbelievable. Okay. Okay, so that's not gonna hit you. So you run like just full charge and rake with the first attack. As you come up with the second, one of the tentacles sweeps underneath your feet and catches you, and you actually like roll onto your back, and it comes down with its like centipede arm type deal and strikes down towards you. You roll off to the side, and as you stand up, you take both claws and you kind of like rake up the side of its leg. So roll 2 attacks.
Yep. And I'm gonna turn, and I'm gonna add on to both of those bleeding slash.
Yeah.
So first I'll roll damage for both of them.
Okay.
Ew, that damage sucked. I'm gonna re-roll one of those thanks to my feat, Savage Attacker. I can re-roll 1 damage roll per turn.
Good lord.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I approved this. Okay, so which one did you re-roll? The 8?
Yeah, the 8. Oh, and
so
actually,
not-
those get a bonus equal to half my proficiency bonus, so it's actually 14 and 11.
14, 11. Okay. So. Okay.
Damn.
I love this music.
Yes.
Okay, so, and then he has to make,
2 con saves.
on hits, the target takes, okay, so you have to make 2 cons. So he rolled a 18. That save? 18, so it's
Oh yeah, DC 17.
okay, 17, and then a 10.
So
But-
at the start of his turn, he takes 1d10 slashing as the wound that I made just starts to bleed profusely.
So at the start of the next turn, it takes 1d10.
Yeet.
Okay, sounds good. Is that your turn, Alyssa?
Yes, sir.
As you now watch this half bear, half large creature stand before this large, incredibly large, whatever this is, dragonish type creature, and they are going toe to toe. Kaz. It's all you hear from the distance as you peek around the corners. And then you hear the roars of this creature as it slashes down and kicks out towards it.
I'm gonna resist the urge to try to polymorph it into a caterpillar. But just know that in my heart, that's what I want to happen. I'm gonna instead peek over the cover and try to hit it with a witch bolt.
29 definitely
So
hits.
29. Jesus.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Damn.
Way to fucking go, Kaz.
So
Woo!
40.
Damn.
Write it down.
Damn.
You got 2
That's
crits
right.
in there.
I think that's
Dude.
no. Morn
Damn.
Morn still holds the single.
Yeah, Morn's
highest.
done more in a single turn.
Fuck.
But I'm
No,
also
I think that
going
was
to-
Arcadia.
Actually, yeah, I think you're right.
I beat it last week though, or 2 weeks ago.
Wasn't it like 67 points?
I got
damage?
over 80.
Oh, whatever.
Sorry,
I'll
Damn.
fight you.
I
Morn.
reclaimed my throne.
That's not fair.
Okay. Damn.
I'm also going to use sorcery point to, I guess, I'll do a firebolt on it as well.
Gonna do a firebolt. Bolt.
Yeah.
Bolt.
How come it didn't go? 21 to hit and another 20 damage.
Damn.
I don't know why I did it twice. Maybe the first one was delayed and I double clicked it. So 60 total damage. 40 lightning, 20 fire, and then I'm going to duck down back to regain my cover. How tall is the ceiling?
The ceiling,
Yeah.
1,000 feet up, maybe more. It almost looks like open, like the tree just goes up.
So this thing can fly. Because it was above us before,
It
right?
was crawling on the walls, though.
Yeah.
Oh, it was on a wall.
It was
okay.
crawling around the ceiling
Um.
or slithering. You're not sure.
Okay. God damn. I don't know if I should stay behind cover or if I should fly and try to just get out of range. I'll stay put for now, and so that'll be my turn.
At the start of the top of the turn, the sides of its body open up, like almost like gills opens up. And So
Can you hit me with an attack?
37. What's up?
Can you hit me with something?
You'll see.
Okay.
The gills in his body opened up as all of a sudden green fog rolls out of its body.
Beautiful.
Everybody takes 1 point of acid damage.
Don't say everybody. It's making me nervous.
Everybody. As like
Can you make-
this
Can you make
fog,
it 2?
right?
How much did acid damage?
1 point.
Can I take 2 acid damage?
What if it comes down to like you're 1 point away at the end from going unconscious, and you'd be like, "Oh wait, can I take that back to 1, please?"
No.
No, I can't. This doesn't proc my rage. Because it 1 rounds down to 1/2 and rounds down to 0.
So
All I want to do is transform Ginge.
I'll give you the 2 points. I'll be
Okay.
nice. I'll give you this one. So you all take 1 point of acid damage. As all of a sudden the room begins to like it just seeps out of its pores as the room begins to fill with this green haze, and you watch around you as like the stone begins to partially melt and the grass just begins to die,
Oh, beautiful.
and almost like this this wave, and you see
so
the
our
tree.
cover's gonna go away.
Maybe.
Shit.
So
I think it's safe to say I made the wrong choice.
So at the top of its turn, it's going to lash out towards Henri. And it's going to
Did you see
grapple.
that? Did you see the slashing damage that it took?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
The 2 points. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Every little bit helps.
Just tickled.
Yeah, every
Tickled.
little bit helps for sure.
So
Pennies make dollars.
yep. 16 to hit, Henri. No.
Nope.
Okay. So one of the tentacles whips out towards you, and you manage to dodge it. Another one's gonna lash out. Man, what the fuck? That's a 10 and a 18.
18 will hit.
18 hits. A second tentacle, as you dodge the first one, another one grabs out towards you and lashes around you. So he's trying to make a grapple check. So you can try and resist this. It's
Yes.
my strength versus your strength. So
Is it strength or athletics or acrobatics?
well, I think it's what is it again for grappling?
The grappler's athletics versus the target's athletics or acrobatics.
Thank you.
So it's your choice, Henri.
Mm-hmm.
Whichever is higher for you.
Good lord. Can I
Nice.
I have a
It's still an
plus
18.
9.
It's still
Like,
18.
yeah. But who knows what this guy's fucking...
24. As you watch as Henri is like picked up off of the ground and you're like being pulled towards the creature now.
What
As
is it
the
with me and
faces-
getting picked up today?
The face begins to like transition and a mouth opens on one of the faces.
Ah!
Yeah, no thanks.
The 2 other ones,
Hey, Andre, I think he wants to make out with you.
That's fucking disgusting.
so and then against Lissa,
And I just start shouting at the faces. Which one of you didn't flush the toilet after you had a shit?
Well, it was fucking one of you.
Well, I was fucking one of you.
Disgusting.
18 and a 13.
18 hits.
18 hits. So that is 4. Wow, I'm rolling like absolute garbage. So
Good.
16 points of bludgeoning damage. As
Which I am now
you-
resistant to.
yeah, so now the 2 tentacles whip out towards you. One hits you along your shoulder, as the other one you kind of catch in midair and like rake it off to one side.
Does that mean
And
you like
then-
half damage, Alyssa?
Yes.
Mhm.
Right.
It's kind of like the barbarian rage feat.
Yeah. That's cool.
And I still have that temp HP I stocked up off of that snake guy.
Yep. And then
The hell is this doing in combat?
yeah. Okay. So that's his turn
Oh,
then.
wait.
Yeah, it was only that.
Freya.
But it
You're up.
sounds cool.
Oh, it's changing. I thought it. I was like, this is peaceful music. What's happening? Okay, my turn. Wheel. I'm gonna pop out from cover. And I'm gonna shoot it.
Shoot that big ugly bitch right in its disgusting face.
Hunter's mark.
I'm imagining the scene from that stupid Skyrim thing where the archer's hiding behind the stone, jumps out, shoots one side behind it, fire blast.
So what was it with the dread?
Jin,
the
should I
first
make a
turn each
concentration
combat?
check since I got grappled? Or is it only when you take damage? I forget.
Only
It's
when
only
you take
damage.
Damage.
But you took damage for the acid.
Okay,
That's
so I get
cool.
3
That
attacks.
So
Yeah.
concentration check.
Mm-hmm.
10.
You have to be 10.
It's like a con save, right?
Correct.
Mhm.
You're
Okay.
fine.
Stepped it on.
Okay, there's
Okay.
my 3 attacks.
So hit.
Good
Okay,
bam.
so do I get to add Dread Ambusher to Hunter's Mark? So I get 1d8 plus
Yeah.
1d6?
As long as
Yeah.
it's your first turn in combat.
Yep. And then on top of that, you'll get to roll a d100
Hold on, let me do damage
whenever
really
you're
quick.
done with. Yep. Whenever you're done with all your shit. Damn, you rolled real fucking low. That sucks.
Yeah.
So you rolled 2 plus 3 plus 6 plus
8,
5
2,
plus 3. 19 points of damage altogether?
Well, that fucking
No.
sucks.
Hold on.
36
2
total.
plus 3, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then I get to roll a d100?
Yes. 137 minus 3.
63.
63?
Yep.
Oh, baby.
What was the total damage?
36.
Oh, fuck. You
want
did,
that crit in there.
you did double damage.
Ooh!
So, yeah. So you release the arrows, and they all hit very, very viable targets. Wow. Actually, no, you did triple damage. Because 60,
Oh!
63, so you did 108 points of damage.
Oh!
Hey.
That makes
I
up for those
resign.
shit rolls.
Damn!
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 Yeah, eat that, Morn.
Yeah. Yeah, that's huge.
Back in the competition.
Huge.
Wait, so 108 is what she did?
Yeah, 36 times 3. 108. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Is that your turn?
No.
That is the
Ah, you
definition
suck.
of
Wait a minute.
critical.
No,
Critical.
please.
That was in a true sense a critical strike
We needed
with the
that.
bow.
Yeah, that hurts. That hurt me a lot.
Part of attack action you can play. Ooh. I think I'm gonna have to wait to the next turn for that. Yeah, because I'm missing some shit because we didn't do a rest. Yeah, that'll be. Oh, wait. I'm gonna move back under cover.
Okay.
And that's it.
Morn.
We swinging. I'm running up.
Okay.
Reckless attack. So 19 to hit.
Hits.
I'm gonna re-roll that. So that is 10 damage, 10 slashing, and then 25 to hit. So
Yep.
13 slashing damage. Oh wait, why did I roll a D4? No, I re-roll a D12. I'm stupid. So that first one was 15 damage.
Okay.
So 15 damage and 13 damage.
15 and 13?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I will action surge and do the same thing. So that is 14 to hit.
That misses.
And then that's a crit. No, it's not a crit. It's one off. So 18 slashing damage.
18.
Damn it.
Okay.
And then I will bonus action wild shape.
Okay.
So I will, like Alyssa, also transform into a bear on the other side of him.
Okay. You watch as Morn chop, chop, wow, and comes down the backside, and then all of a sudden you watch as Morn stands up on on just two he like gets out on all four and just flexes, and the shoulders kind of like dislocate for a second, and the body enlarges as you watch as you go on full or hybrid.
I'm a full brown bear.
Yeah, okay. So you watch as the whole body just shifts out, and like Morn puts on like 800 pounds and just beefs out, and this large bear now is standing at the flank of this creature. Andre.
Okay. So, is there any way that I can angle a 30-foot cone so that it doesn't hit any of my friends right now and only hits the thing?
Not really, because you're kind of like restrained and grappled, and you're just like literally facing straight ahead. So it's probably
You'd have to hit Alyssa or Morn, probably.
Yeah. You're able to angle it one way or the other, but it's going to hit one of them.
I will. I'll cast it so that Morn is not in it. I will cast Fear.
Cast Fear?
Fear. And I'll, like, when I do so, my eyes will start to glow like moonlight, but like searingly bright, kind of. And I'll put my fucking hand on its eye, the head that has me, and I'll say, Ochedin Valanor.
Ooh.
Okay. You reach out and you touch this, and the creature's face shifts, and then shifts back, and it's just smiling at you. And nothing happens.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Sorry.
That would have been sick, but
Yeah, it would have been. Because what is it, a wisdom? No, it just happens.
I should
No,
have
wisdom
said
saving throw.
Nani here, Gelar, and that would have worked.
Possibly. Different pronunciations go a long way.
Yep.
Okay. Is that your turn?
I don't think I have anything bonus action wise. Because my speed is 0 while I'm grappled, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, so I can't move away. Damn it.
Alyssa.
1, 2, 3.
Hit, miss. So you have advantage, right?
I don't believe so.
Did anyone else have to save from that?
From what?
Well, because I aimed it so that I wouldn't hit more. And
Oh shit! So yeah, Alyssa. Actually, before you can even attack, you have to make a wisdom saving throw.
What's your DC, Honor?
it is a 15.
A.
Oh baby, I was gonna say that could fuck up all that. So the 26 hits, and then roll a
Yep,
D100.
and I'm gonna,
100.
yep, and I'm gonna do 2 more bleeding slashes, and I'm gonna stack up some more temp HP because of my bandages.
Damn.
So roll a D100.
Yes, sir. 97.
Damn.
Oh yeah, I forgot the higher you go, the better it gets.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this doesn't apply to this guy, which sucks because he would be stunned.
Oh god. Yeah, that's fine.
You're able to stun. We'll say that you're able to stun one of the heads, which controls one of the tentacles.
Sure.
So, roll your damage.
Yep. 1 and 2. Oh no, fuck no, I'm gonna re-roll one of those.
Same thing.
And then how much temp HP am I getting
So
here?
7, 8, so
Oof.
Wow.
Now one was a crit, right? So
9, 14,
You
21.
can double the 1.
2.
Feels bad.
Yeah, so 21, so 22 points of damage.
Yeah, 9 times 3 and then plus 7, so 34.
Okay.
So I deal that necrotic damage and then I gain that amount in temp HP.
Nice.
That's
Ooh,
absurd.
it's looking hurt. It's bleeding all over, boys and girls.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I have to make
2 con saves, DC 17.
con saves. Plus Constitution is plus 2. Okay, I fail both, so he is going to resist both.
shit.
Okay, so that.
He's gonna use up 2 legendary resistances?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Cool.
he's fucked up. It's fucked up. So I'm not playing around anymore.
Fair.
This
fair,
you
fair.
guys, that I would be fine if Freya wouldn't have triple crit. Like that took me down 108 points. That's like a huge chunk.
Hey, rolling on that table is your idea.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I know.
I'm all right with it because it works. It works both ways. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it works both ways.
We've
I
had
mean,
some ones.
Yeah, you've had some ones, and some of them kind of fucked you. So it works both ways. That's the fun of it. I'm here for the fun.
I like that Freya's like on her last breath on death's
yeah.
door
Yeah.
and just fucking unloads on the thing.
If I go down, I'm taking it with me.
Yeah.
Okay. Cats.
So when I look at it, can I tell that like this thing's kind of struggling a bit?
Yeah. Yeah, it visibly looks hurt. It ain't good.
Okay.
And the room is beginning to like semi-melt. Like the necrotic or like the acid seeping from its body is like melting grass and the stone and the tree.
Okay, the first thing I want to do is just where is that? Hit it with another bolt of electricity. One damage.
Ouch.
Fucking A.
Hey, I mean, after that last one,
It's a freebie, right? It's automatic hit, so
yeah,
okay.
might as well.
1 damage, cool.
That hurts.
And then I'm gonna. So if I use my movement to go up, can I try to throw a fireball kind of on this side of it? So since I have some height, can I angle it on the other side to try to not hit
Yeah, you can throw it out in a
These
way so
guys
that the
over
edge, so that the edge of it catches. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. And so I'll do that. I'll hit it around here. Try to burn this half of it, or this side of it. And so go ahead and give me a dex save, if you would, please.
Wow, I am rolling like hot fucking garbage. 9.
Yeah, that's gonna be full damage.
I mean, I'm rolling like all below 10s. It's just as stupid. I make this fucking badass fucking creature.
Yep, I'm gonna scorch him up.
Roll it, baby.
Hit him
See
with the
what we can
fire.
do.
Ooh,
29.
29.
Yep.
Ooh, 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 woo. 1 hit point.
Oh, if that fucking witch bolt had done more than a 1.
Damn.
Bonus action.
I don't
I
think he's
already
got anything.
used them both. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. What can I do? Nothing. Nope.
Baby.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it, and I'll just use whatever movement I can just to kind of go straight up,
Okay. So
just so the acid doesn't get me on the ground.
D6. Fuck. Does not recharge his poison breath.
Is it still bleeding from Alyssa's? Didn't it fail one of the con saves for the bleeding for
It
Melissa?
resisted both of them.
Yeah, used both of its legendary resistances.
It chose to resist. So at the top of the round, you all take 4 points of acid damage.
Does that include me?
Yep. It's just like seeping into the air.
Oh, it's like a gas.
Yep. And then you guys watch as like the wounds partially heal.
Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And then
Listen here, fucker. You need to just die already.
so at the start of your turn, deal bludgeoning damage equal to your level.
Man, look at how many 1s are in that
Oh yeah.
fireball.
Yeah.
There's 10, like 3 1s.
Same with
Two-
Alyssa's damage.
Two
So you
2s.
take Andre, you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as the tentacle wraps around you tighter, and like just
11?
like it's just like trying to squeeze the life.
Is
out
that an
of you.
attack?
That's just an action, or that's just that's what it's doing.
Is it my turn or is it?
Oh, no, it's
all
still-
happening
it's
at the
still
top of
is.
the round?
Yep. And then it's going to lash out towards Alyssa and try and grapple you as well.
Sure.
18 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. So then. Natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay. See if you can roll a natural 20 to resist it. 'Cause it's gonna be because it's gonna be 20. So total, it's gonna be 25.
13.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, you watch as one of the tentacles wraps around Alyssa, and she's pulled off of the ground, and she's like thrashing and scraping out towards the creature.
I'm assuming that's also not an attack because grapple's an attack, but this is different, right?
It's not dealing damage yet.
Okay.
So it's an attack, but it's not dealing damage enough to trigger Sentinel. That's what,
Sentinel
assuming,
just yeah.
I'm assuming that's what you're wanting.
So that does not count as making an attack, is what you're saying.
No.
Okay.
And then, man. Yeah, at this point, he's going to try and regenerate for half health. He's going to try and life eat. He's going to try and devour Alyssa or Henri. So I'm going to roll a d6 to see which one he's going to do. Even, Alyssa. Odd, Henri. Alyssa. He's going to try and devour you as you watch as one of the faces opens up and almost predator style, like the whole face opens up and you just see this maw of like hundreds of teeth open up. And he's gonna start pulling you towards its mouth.
Mm-hmm.
13.
No, sir.
Yeah, so it pulls you to the maw, and you manage to get like both of your feet out and your hands, and you like stop yourself in the jaw, and you're just holding yourself, and it's just like it almost sounds like the whole mouth is like whirling, and you're just like keeping yourself out, and you're like pushing against it as it's like constantly pulling you in towards the inside of the mouth. Yeah, I'm not going to hit that either. 7 to hit against Morn as it's going to sweep its back, the tail back towards you.
7 to hit, you said?
Yeah. That doesn't hit. So that does count as an attack. It swipes its tail at you.
Right, but it's at me.
Yes. Okay. So, and then, yeah, it's going to try and get away. You watch as all of a sudden at the back of its body, these 2 giant wings sprout out. And you just...
Now I'll try this
and
one.
it begins to lift off the ground.
So it can fly?
22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so then... I meant to use claws, but it's the same. It's the same thing.
Not a
So
worse.
that's 2d6. 7 damage plus 4, so 11 damage. I'm gonna reroll the 1.
How
so
would
it's
you like
actually-
to do it?
Oh,
11 is
I'm,
exactly
I'm
what
grabbing
you need.
at him I'm grabbing at him as a bear, just trying to pull him back down.
Yeah,
Like
11 is-
a salmon who jumps out of the river and you just grab it with your
Yeah.
maw.
You guys
Yeah.
watch as this creature begins to take off. Alyssa is fighting for dear life to keep herself out of the maw. Like the tentacle, one of the tentacles literally shoots out from the inside of the mouth, like almost tremor style, wraps itself around the torso of Alyssa, and is beginning to pull her in. She looks like she's starting to have a little bit of a tough time. As Henri is just like fighting back and forth and like swinging around, the creature sprouts these wings and begins to take off into the air. It gets about 5 or 10 feet off the ground, and he watches more and just takes like a gallop and jumps midair and latches onto the back of this leg of this creature. And Morn is not light. Morn is probably a big brown bear. I mean, they're like a big, like a fully grown at the top of its weight scale. I think they're like 1,500 pounds. Morn is big. He launches up and just big chunk out of the back of his calf, and the creature instantly goes from hovering level to just like at an angle. And you watch as Morn just thrashes from side to side, just chunks, and you watch his blood, this green, black, ichor blood type deal, sprays in all directions. The creature lands on the ground, trying to shake off Morn. Morn, you tear off the whole bottom part of the foot, and immediately take off towards the creature's like spouting blood out of the backside of its foot. and you just take off, and as he runs like three-legged style, you rip up the whole underside of this creature, and he watches like Tauntaun style Star Wars, the whole insides just spill out onto the ground, and it just lays.
Gnarly.
1,500 pounds. You're right, Ginge.
Don't fuck with me.
Damn, son.
That's like literally exactly what it said. I was like, I gotta figure this out. How much does it weigh?
I feel like we looked
1,500
this.
pounds.
I feel like we looked this up before when we were talking about it originally, when you were looking to make that transition, and we had talked about it. And I was like, I'm pretty sure they're big. I couldn't remember if a brown bear or a black bear was bigger, and I knew a black bear was smaller.
Definitely a
but I was like,
brown bear.
Well, I was like, how much bigger is a brown bear? And when I looked it up, there's a huge fucking difference between a black bear, brown bear, and a polar bear. Like, a polar bear is 4 times that weight.
Yeah.
They're fucking scary.
They're big boys. There's a reason why they're challenge rating 2 and brown bears are challenge rating 1.
Yeah, you ain't wrong. So this creature like drops to the ground, and it's like on its side, it's like its guts are just spilling out next to you. So initiative order is done.
Take his guts and put it in the water, just in case. We don't know. Maybe you gotta do a ritual here.
Okay, so the whole thing, I have to pee really quick, and we'll continue.
All right.
Break. Bye.
Refill break.
/ bio break.
I'm just gonna clear the music because it's not fighting music anymore.
Agreed.
All right. Whew. I has to pee. Yeah, you ain't wrong, Kai. Whew. Well, we'd have had a better fight had fucking Freya not crit for, stupid amount. Hey, that's what it's there for. Ooh. So, let's close out all this shit, fuckers. Killed my shit too quick. That's alright.
To be fair, you have fucked us up many times. We just got lucky in this one.
Yeah, and you fucked with our heads earlier, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
This was enjoyable.
We needed a morale boost.
Agree.
Yeah. Ginge, Kai has a question for you.
No, because look how long they fucked around in my dungeon. It had a complete mental breakdown. So, no. Not at all. This
He's
is exactly
salty. He's salty. I don't believe that for a second.
I mean, it's not done yet, so.
Oh!
I'm quite proud of myself. I drank that giant ass beer and only had to pee once.
Nicely done.
I know, thank you.
So far. Once so far.
Far.
Now you broke the seal.
Eh. For now.
I'm back.
Okay. Is everybody back? What are we missing? Okay. Initiative order is done. What are you guys wanting to do?
Search the
transform
damn dragon. Search its corpse.
Search the dragon. Okay. Roll an investigation.
I'm gonna power down and I'm gonna walk over to this treasure hoard.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up next to Alyssa. Be like, okay, yeah, that was kind of fun.
Okay. You all take 2 points of acid damage.
Everybody?
Everybody. As you're investigating the this whatever this thing is, it looks like a mutation of sorts. But the body is just spewing noxious fumes continuously still.
Oh, what's that?
You don't find. So, what are you looking to find on this creature?
I don't know, I'm just looking its body over to see if it's got, like, anything noteworthy on it.
You don't see anything other than normal body parts. I mean,
Yeah.
there's claws.
I didn't
there's
think so. But...
internal organs. There's, yeah. Okay, so you walk over towards the hoard of money, cash. I mean, there's just mounds and mounds and mounds.
She's not looking for anything monetary value. She's looking for more substantial stuff,
Okay.
more item.
Roll investigation check.
Sure.
If you tell them
Yeah, let's go, baby!
Baby.
Right!
Check for traps.
That's like my fourth nap tonight. Let's go.
Hell yeah!
Okay, so Alyssa.
Oh, is this gonna be it? Is this what I'm thinking?
So
Give.
you're just looking for things that stand out to
Yeah,
you,
she doesn't
right?
care about money. She's digging through the gold and trying to find something more like more beneficial to her.
So you find a couple things. You find a pair of boots that you find a pair of boots, very elegant shin-high boots with a lightning bolt that streaks from the toe all the way up the side. Very nice, gorgeous leather-made boots. They look very, very well crafted. You also find a small ring that seems to be in a dark walnut-looking box, and you open it up, and the ring looks very, very expensive. You're not really sure. You also find a horn with a lion's mouth on the end of it. That has like a strap to it. And it's intricately carved. It almost looks like a lion's body set out, and like the lion is roaring at the end of it. You also find several weapons. You know, they just look normal, but you do find one that is a little more intricate than the rest of it. It's a great sword, very long, great sword, gorgeous scabbard, has silver lining all around the edges and on the sides of it. You pull the blade out a little ways. The cross hilt has a green gem, like almost like an emerald, and in the one portion of it, the sides come out to almost like dagger points, and then kind of curve up again, like almost like a half moon. The hilt comes down and is very, very nice leather, woven very, very tight. You kind of like hold it for a second. It's a very, very nice fit. Whoever made this definitely meant for it to be a double-handed weapon. You pull the blade out, and it almost has like like samurai swords, how the one side, the sharp side has kind of like that intricate, almost looking like curvy design to it.
Oh yeah.
It's on both sides. And you kind of like turn the blade just a little bit, and it's like almost mirrorish. It's gorgeous and looks extremely sharp. And you slide it back into the scabbard.
Yeah, I'm bagging everything.
Okay.
As she's picking up the greatsword, seeing that the scabbard is decorated in silver, she'll kind of wince a bit, like, ugh. But she'll put up with it.
If
So-
she's putting her hands on everything, I also will go and. But
You
I
guys
want to.
all take 2 points of acid damage again, as the fumes are still.
I'm gonna quickly want to go investigate the pile of stuff too.
Okay. You do notice that the stone around the water is beginning to melt. So you're not sure if this is going to make its way to the money and begin to.
I'm going to grab as much of the money as quickly as I can.
Okay.
As soon as Alyssa's touched
Start
it, and
touching,
I know that
okay.
it's not going to kill me.
So there is mounds and mounds and mounds and mounds of monies and chests and rubies and like just so much. So you're just you're rage looting. You're just like shoving it into your bag. Okay.
And I want to be cognizant of the fact that Freya's low on health, so I'm just kind of not really paying attention to what I'm grabbing. I just want to scoop as much as I can into the bag as I'm sort of scanning the edges of the room for an exit of some kind of way out.
Morn's kind of offended that Alyssa doesn't want to talk to him, so he is going to go over and talk to Freya, who's not doing too well, and cast Healing Word 3 times.
Ooh.
It's not that much healing.
Heal.
5, and then my spellcasting modifier is... so you gain 11 HP.
That sucks, though.
Hey, that helps. That's gonna do something for like the ticks of like the AOE damage, so I can at least withstand it for a little while.
And then he'll start looking.
Thank you.
I'm gonna burn a first level cure wounds on myself, and then I'll
Sick,
look at
guy.
it.
Hey, that's 5 more seconds. I can look for gold.
I'm going to start looking for an exit.
And then I will turn and look and see Freya looks pretty roughed up. And
I look a lot better now. I wasn't like on the edge of death anymore. I should be okay for a little bit.
I'll go ahead and slap a second level.
The
on
only reason you found them frosty
Thank
without
you.
using detect magic is because of your nat 20.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
I'll
So
fucking take it.
What am I
Yeah,
doing,
'cause
Andre?
you wouldn't have found them in the
You
piles.
get 10 healing.
Thank you.
Because I was like getting ready to describe like maybe one, but you got that nat 20, and I was like, okay, I'll give you this.
I found them all, bitch.
Yeah, you got them.
And I don't get a sense that there's a stone in this pile.
No. You
I
have
feel
no
I feel like the stone that I have would
probably resonate.
I don't know this to be
or-
the case, but I'm assuming that it would resonate or have some sort of reaction if it were close to another one.
Possibly.
I don't feel anything like that.
So, you guys do watch as Alyssa is up there, like picking up certain items. You watch her kind of like throw a sword across her back. You watch as she kind of pockets some kind of like little tiny like walnut-looking box. You watch as she straps a horn to her side, and then kind of like picks up a pair of boots. And then Kaz is up there just like like shoveling money into a bag.
We're gonna buy so many doors with this.
Okay.
I'm also good, just in case Alyssa missed anything. Just if there's like anything of noteworthy that she didn't pick up. Want me to roll investigation?
If you want to, yeah. Okay. You don't see anything else of like super significant value. I mean, you see lots of things that are like very like high value. Like there's shoes and there's some like there's some other weapons that are very like they don't look like they're for combat. They look like they're for like
Display pieces.
yeah, like display pieces, ornate pieces. They're like mostly jeweled. There's one sword that looks like it's made of like ruby or something like that.
I'd be
Like
okay with that
iron.
if I don't see anything combat related. Maybe just a couple of really nice, ornate, expensive pieces that I can kind of pick out. So you said like the shoes and the sword kind of look really expensive. or look nice and ornate?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that looks expensive. There's like bags and like there's a whole. You open a chest and it's full of like diamonds and rubies and emeralds and jade, and then like you're standing on top of just like gold. You guys all take another 1 point of acid damage. You guys are lucky. I am rolling like shit, and it's really starting to piss me off.
Boy, I only started dipping into my temp HP.
Yeah.
I'll just pocket like the shoes, the sword, and then some like I don't know, like I'll grab one of the boxes that has like the gems in it or something and put it in my bag.
Towards the edge of the water, next to the stone, that green like mist has begun to like dissolve the stone and like the edge pieces of coin. It's starting.
I just want to do a quick glance for things that Alyssa may have missed. I'm thinking about things that may not look very special or ornate, like wands, robes, spell casting type items, things like that.
Yep.
You want me to roll investigate?
Yep.
I go to 1. You look around, you breathe in a big cloud of acid.
Yeah, you like run down towards like the water and you're like shifting through to make sure you're getting everything, but you're so distracted with the fact that it's now beginning to melt the coin that you're just like, no, not my money.
My coins. God.
And you're just like freaking out, and you're actually shoveling. Roll a d6. Even you're gonna shovel 10 times faster. Odds you're still like just shoveling the same. You're just having issues like getting a footing. Nice. So you're like like just shoveling at this point. You're like freaking out. You're like grabbing Freya's bag, like give me the bag of holding, and you're just like shoving money into it. Okay.
Great, because I put a box of gems and stuff in there and the shoes too.
There should be plenty of room. I don't think you guys have that much.
Yeah, I don't have much of anything in there anymore.
Sorry, are you helping Kaz? You're helping Kaz shovel money in? Okay,
shovel some shit in there.
I see Kaz panicking, and I'm just gonna find the largest chest I can find, walk it over, and just be like, "Fill us up. We need to get out of here."
Okay.
I'll carry it.
I've got plenty of room, Lauren. It's okay.
You guys
and then I'm gonna be
2 points of acid damage.
I've been looking for a way out.
Okay.
Well, they've been treasure hunting.
Okay. So roll investigation or perception with bear form. Okay. Nice.
I'm out of bear form.
Kaz. look at stream chat.
He's so butthurt. Okay, at this point, can Kaz use some of the gold to buy a guide dog or a slave that can roll him? Ooh, that hurts. That hurts. Hey, he might be able to. At the
I need a support animal.
At the far side of the room.
Do sorcerers get find familiar?
I
don't think they do.
You can take a feat though.
Yeah, you can take a feat. At the far side of the room, you do notice what seems to be maybe a tunnel of some sort. You actually see footprints that walk through as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over to it.
Okay. You guys all take another 1. God damn, another 1 point of acid damage. Give me damage.
I'm gonna go in the tunnel to avoid the damage.
Okay.
Does that work?
Maybe.
Okay. I'll try and go down the tunnel.
Okay. So you start to head down this tunnel. Okay. You notice like the tracks in front of you, like below you, and you kind of follow them out a little bit. As you head down this tunnel, you probably go 50, 60 feet, and it just continues.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd go about 100 feet.
Okay. So you go
And
60, 70, 80, 90, 100 feet, and you begin to see in the far, far, far distance. You don't see it, but you feel a slight breeze.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
I'll head back to the entrance and make sure that they're coming this way. I'll kind of stand there and
3 points of acid damage.
After seeing,
Everybody except for Morn.
I'm not really doing any of the looting. If I see Morn go off and come back, I'll go over towards him.
Okay.
I'll head that way as well.
And you guys all
Mhm.
took that 3 points of acid damage.
Yep.
Okay. As the acid is now beginning to dissolve parts of the money, part of the gold, as you're still scooping, but it is starting to dissolve the majority, like some of it. Okay. So you guys make your way towards that exit.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
And right as you get to the cusp of the exit, you take 4 points of acid damage.
I actually want to. So I've been putting everything into the bag of holding, which whenever you give us the final number, I'll add to our party gold.
Mhm.
And yeah, so just let me know whatever that comes out to, and I'll add it to the party gold. Additionally, I want to take another like 10 seconds to grab some gold that I'm not planning on adding to the party gold, that I'm just putting in my pack for myself for gambling or spending money. And if I have to take another thing of acid damage, I'm willing to do that.
Okay, so you guys all take off towards the exit as Kaz kind of hangs back and is just like shoveling some more into his own bag. So you're gonna take another 3 points of acid damage.
And I just bring that up so, however those numbers break out at the end, you're kind of aware that.
Yep.
Just a little
Guys.
extra.
Come
And then
on.
I'll run, and then I'll dash out to try and catch up with the rest.
Okay, so you guys make it to the exit, and you guys are in this tunnel now, and you guys look behind you, and that green fog is beginning to actually dissolve the entrance that you guys were at. If you look back far enough, that giant tree is starting to sag, and it looked like it might come down at any second.
Ooh.
Oh man, how sad.
And you guys begin to hear like
the tree just creaking.
Yeah. You guys take off at a dash towards this tunnel.
Would
70.
I know anything about that creature from my training? Because dragons are a
Looks like-
favorite enemy.
Doesn't look like any dragon you've ever seen. Something's wrong.
Gotcha.
Mutated, played with, hybrid. You're not sure.
Abomination either way.
What did this dragon fuck?
You got no idea.
Whatever it was, it was
I don't think we
pretty toxic.
Don't want to know.
Toxic for it.
Um,
Not a good
So you guys-
relationship.
After about 3 or 4 minutes, you guys manage to make your way through this tunnel. You guys come out on the south side of the temple, on some far end of the temple. As you guys watch the tree above you begin to kind of like sag, and like the whole the canopy begins to like wave back and forth. Just a tish.
Do we get a sense that like the temple's going to come down or anything, or before we leave this tunnel and go back up to the surface, can we take a short rest?
You have a feeling it's not coming down right now. How much is a short rest? It's like an hour.
An hour.
You feel like you probably aren't going to get an hour.
Okay. So
It
we'll
sounds like the
power
tree
through.
is moving and doing something it's not supposed to be, and it might come down or it might adjust and take down partial walls. You actually, and then on top of that, you can actually hear shouts of the Auntie on the opposite side of the temple.
We should probably get out of here.
Yeah.
As far away from this place as possible.
About 350 feet up and to the right, you do notice that cobblestone path that you had been led to before. That it kind of led you past the front side of the temple.
Let's get away from here.
Yeah. We could all use a little bit of a rest.
So it appears you wouldn't have had to go through those puzzles at all.
Well, as you come out on the opposite side, you actually see that this tunnel was hidden very, very, very well. You probably never would have seen it from the outside.
Okay.
Maybe.
Would have
Do
taken
we
some
think-
guard rolls to find it, probably.
It'd have been high. Do you what?
Do you guys think we can make it back to Bogberg?
No.
What time of day is it?
Late evening.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure we want to risk the Yanti finding out about Blackbird. They seem to get along fine. I'm not sure we want to risk them following us.
You're probably right.
I mean,
Well,
we
They don't,
gotta.
they don't deserve that.
I don't think we can. Night, at least.
You were warned by Delvin to not be out at night if you didn't need to be, or if you had to be, to find somewhere safe.
Yeah, we need to find a spot to camp for the night. I don't think close to this village is a good idea. How far was it to? Was it a walk to Bogberg? A couple hours?
It's a couple hours.
Shit. And
Oh, I'm going down below.
and it's getting dark.
The sun is starting to go down, or at least you think it is. You're not sure because of how thick this like Everglade-ish type swamp is.
So we need to get away from here.
Do we risk
It's
staying
too
in this
far.
tunnel? I mean, look at the outside. They're not going to find us in there.
They're not going to find us in the tunnel. I'm more worried about the tunnel collapsing while we're
Yeah.
sleeping
What
in
if
it.
what if we sleep near the edge?
It's still going to be making noise as it's crumbling, which is going to potentially draw attention to this location. So we really shouldn't be anywhere near it.
Well, I can do my best to camouflage it. How well that'll go.
But it'll still be making noises.
Well, yes. They may not find us hide well enough. Alternatively, we could try to sneak around and get back to Bogberg.
I don't think we have enough time.
I don't want to go back to Bogberg. This might be a long night.
I think we'd be better off at least moving a little ways away from here and then trying to hide somewhere.
What if the monsters aren't attacking the Yanti either? Otherwise, they wouldn't set up camp there. Maybe we rely on that. Maybe we camp close.
Close, but not right up against it.
Is the village that they've set up here are these structures? Are they tents?
A little bit of both.
They look semi-permanent.
They look. Some of them have like their previously used stone structures that were there from before, that had been kind of refurbished into buildings. There are also some like hide tents or domes or like huts that are kind of made, but they look permanent or at least semi-permanent.
So
Wait a minute. Chad,
yeah.
what about your flying spells?
Oh yeah, we could do that.
Make a getaway.
Leave the swamp.
Well, I don't know if we want to leave the swamp because we still want to go to the camp. Probably tomorrow.
We could potentially use them to find a safe place.
But I mean, we could wind walk back to Bogberg.
We wouldn't be followed.
Yeah, no one would follow us.
Yeah, because we'd be like wisps, right? Little wisps of air.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Don't like
That
it,
might
but I'm
be-
okay with it.
Might be the safest.
Okay. Alyssa,
What's up?
this may be strange, but just follow the other clouds of air when we go. You won't be able to talk, so just stay together as a group, and we'll go back to Bogberg.
Should
We can move-
maybe choose a direction to head in case we lose each other?
So how well would we know the path back?
Me and Morn probably pretty
To Bogberg,
Yeah.
Morn would know it very well. Andre would
So
have
with
a
Andre.
decent idea. Do you have the
Yeah.
waist?
Yep.
You have the okay.
We
Yeah,
both
so
do,
actually,
yeah.
they both would have a very good idea. The problem is if you go above the tree line, you're not gonna know.
Yeah.
We don't have as good of a land there.
Correct.
So we're essentially just using it as a mode of quick transportation to
Yeah.
remain relatively hidden.
But from
And-
the
and-
but from
and
the
move
ground where
quickly.
we are now, we would probably have a good idea of the direction that Bogberg would be in. Yeah.
On the ground, you'd have a decent idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we could use that and just fly in
The
that
problem-
direction to try to
The
find it.
problem, and Morn would actually know this. The problem is the swamp kind of plays tricks on you around this time of the evening. Remember how you guys lost the path?
Oh yeah. Shit.
This swamp gets goofy towards the later evening.
Mm,
So you might be able to go back and you might find certain structures or land sites that you would know to make it back. But a lot of them might have shifted, moved, become something different, and it might lead you guys in circles. Just saying.
So we can. We'll have a move speed of 600, and we can revert back into our regular form and back to cloud form for 8 hours. So in the event that something's gone wrong and we need to talk to each other, we can take a minute, revert back, and then revert back again.
What if we just reverted into fog form for an 8 hours and just stayed here?
like hovered above the ground. Just go up a little ways and just stay put.
Yeah.
Wait till morning.
Would we be able to get a rest?
No.
And you'd probably all take a point of exhaustion.
And I wouldn't be able to cast it again the next day.
No.
So you take your long rest.
Do we risk going back to... Why do we have to fly above the trees? Why can't we just fly at the level that we would navigate at?
You
We
can.
can't.
I'm just telling you that if you go above the tree line, you won't know where you're going. If you go
Okay,
below the tree line, you would know because you were the one that kind of ran into that issue.
But then
That
He would know
Later.
about he would know about the playing tricks, but
correct.
I would still know the general direction. The
You
town
would
may be.
think you know the general direction.
Right.
Morn would be like, okay, the swamp's doing some fuckery.
I think with Morn and Andre, I think together we can navigate back.
I guess we'll have to try.
If we can't, I mean, it's no worse than here then, right? If we have to pick a spot.
Right?
Stay
Okay.
close.
Do it,
You on
guys.
Let's do it.
I mean, it should take us, in theory, if it's a couple hours to walk, it should take us about 10 minutes to get there.
We have plenty of time to try to get there. If we
Yeah.
lose our
Even
way.
if we take a wrong turn, we got to backtrack.
Yeah, we have two people trying to navigate, so this should be fine.
I'll give you advantage because of that, but you'll be rolling survival check 3 times.
Do you want to do it or should I?
I have +6.
I have +7.
It's your roll.
Are we doing this?
3 times with advantage.
Well, are we satisfied that this is the plan before you roll?
I think it's the best plan.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Uh,
All All right, boys.
All right, Henri.
and girls.
I'm gonna roll-
Give
I'm
me
gonna roll
the
again.
successes.
3 times with advantage.
2 successes. Gotta beat. All right, I got the DC in my head. Ooh, and the music started too.
They all rolled in D&D Beyond. Hang on. I'll
Oh, the suspense is killing me.
Wait, why did that... Hold on. I rolled stealth. I'll roll one more time. Okay. Fuck. The first one was a 23, the second one was an 11, and the third one was a 14.
Ooh.
Oh, DC was
Only
15.
one success. So, you guys,
Those were
Damn,
all with
that-
advantage?
That's brutal.
Yeah.
those are all with advantage.
Holy shit.
Okay. So, you guys take off. For the first part of the trip, you guys find the cobblestone path back, and you're like, "Yep, right here." And you take that right off into the swamp, remembering kind of where Delvin was. You actually see some of the flowers from where he was walking. You follow that for about 5 or 6 minutes, and you're like, "I'm on the path." Next thing you know, that tree right there, that one's the one we got to go through there. That's the arc. And you take a hard right and you head off into the swamp. And you guys take off that way for about a minute or two. I don't recognize any of these. There's purple flowers here. I don't remember ever passing that.
Oh, green flower's good, purple bad.
So you backtrack. You backtrack and actually lose the spot that you came in at. And you come around a corner and you come up over a hill. You're in a small clearing and you have no idea where you are. Roll one more time with advantage. If you have a success, this will help you. DC is going to be a little higher.
You want to do it, or should I?
I mean, yeah, yours is higher.
Yeah, you're due.
I'm doing it?
I
Oh,
don't
fuck
care.
yeah, another 23.
Oh, I beat you.
23?
Yeah.
That's
I didn't roll
exactly
it.
the DC.
Holy shit.
Morn
You
also
sit-
beat it, so...
Yeah. You
Either
sit there for a couple of minutes. You guys bamf out of cloud form. And you take a second. You look around. And you don't recognize anything. You crawl back up over the hill and you look down. And it actually gives you. You're about 15 feet up, and it gives you you have to kind of look below the tree line, and you manage to kind of like get down, and you're like, oh man, none of this makes any sense. And you sit there for like 5 or 6 minutes. And after a while, the sun starts to go down, and you begin to worry that you have no idea where you're going and how you guys are going to get back, and that you're going to be camping in this clearing. And at the last second, before you give up and tell everybody we got to camp down before the sun goes down, you see a whiff of smoke in the distance. You get your bearings and you set yourself in the exact spot that you need to go.
We have our heading.
You point Morn in that same direction. You guys both angle in on that. You bamf back into the cloud and you take off. The sun's beginning to settle. You can hear the swamp noises and the creatures of the night begin to... And you like all these large noises and creatures. And as you guys hover across the swamp, you see like these large creature backs like arc up out of the swamp and go back down and in. You see smaller creatures fleeing and like running in all directions and finding their spots for the night. You sit out in the large. As you cross this large path, you look in the far distance to your right, and you see this like 200-foot creature, like on all fours, just like lurking through the swamp, and it stops and sits down. and this like head kind of shoots out and like reaches up and takes something off of the tree, almost like a tortoisey. It comes back into this, and then it stands up and begins to walk again and crawl through the swamp, and you just hear like the and you just hear it walking through the swamp. About 2 or 3 minutes later, you come to the edge of Bogberg. As you see the lights begin to dim on, the firefly lit like lamp posts at the edge of town. You see these the Tortolans. They're laying out those those sticks, like those lamps with like these big hanging bags that seem to be kind of like their natural deterrent for whatever there is here at night. And you see 5, 6, 7, 8 of them being laid all around the town in this large circle. As you come down, right next to the town, and you're in Bogberg.
I'll probably windwalk right up to Delvin's door and transfer him out.
Okay, just right up and just everybody around you oh! You see a bunch of people look back and they're just kind of surprised and taken aback for a second, and then they kind of catch their breath.
Do the same, and then just.
I'll quickly knock on Delvin's door and then look toward the town and
I'll look at the other people and just be like, hello again. I just had to make a quick escape before the sun went down.
Door opens up. Oh, it's ye again. Delvin! Yeah, I'm coming. Oh, welcome back. Come in. They you can smell the pot and the food being cooked inside.
Oh, the gumbo.
The gumbo. I can't even do the accent right now. I kind of forgot what it was like.
Louisiana.
I know.
Yeah, we got that gumbo.
Down in the bow.
There we go. Yeah.
Got it down
Oh.
on.
Come on in. It's the Delvin. Come on in. We got the food inside here.
There you go. You got it.
Oh,
There we go. I had to get my set for a second.
my goodness,
you
Delvin.
guys look a little.
Sore eyes.
Yeah, you look a little beat up out there.
Well, it was well. We could tell you about it over.
And he peeks his
dinner
head out the
here,
door.
my friend.
Oh, just come on in. Come on in. Everybody inside. It's getting kind of dark outside.
Morn grabs the entire pot of gumbo and sits back in one of the chairs and starts eating.
And then Mora comes up behind you and slaps your hand. Nah, big boy. That's not for you. Heads back puts it back in there and dishes you a big bowl and brings it back towards you, and she sprinkles something on top of it. That'll give you a little bit more kick.
Sorry about
Get
that.
Cajun.
I was hungry.
Don't be so greedy.
And Delvin sits back in his chair and pulls up that big corn cob type pipe and begins
Just kind of give him
begins
more
to-
that kind of half punch, you're being.
he begins to
nuisance.
pack his pipe, smoke slowly out of it. So that is where we will end our episode tonight. So for reference, because of how long you guys stayed there, you were able to grab 530 copper.
So is this in Kaz's bag or mine?
This is the massive looting that you guys were doing.
Okay.
So 480 copper.
Oh, you said 500.
Did I say 500?
You did.
530.
I said 530. Yeah.
48,232 gold.
48,242.
Yes.
Morn points out that
48,000?
sounds like enough to buy a
48,000.
door.
Holy shit.
And then 232 platinum.
We've got more than enough to split it 10,500 5 ways.
And then
still
for
have
the
left
10
over.
seconds that you sat there, Kaz, you were able to rake in 330 gold.
I also grabbed.
I put exactly how much per round you guys stayed there taking damage is how much you guys would, and you guys stayed for the maximum amount of rounds to scoop up a ton.
And then
Oh,
what
man,
about
I
that?
could have stayed there. I could have stayed there for like 100 rounds.
How about that,
You would have made
Sorry,
a lot.
guys.
Ginge?
What's up?
I grabbed that box of precious gems.
So I would say you have an assortment of like rubies, emeralds, like like smaller diamonds. I would say in total probably like 232 gold's worth of a random assortment of gems. Just a bag of gems. 232 gold.
Got it.
Oh, it's enough to cast Chromatic Orb once.
Okay, and I think you even picked up a dagger, right?
No, and then I grabbed ornate shoes and sword.
Ornate. Well, the sword was kind of it's more of like a dagger, like it's a smaller,
Yeah.
like short
Whatever
sword
it was,
type
yeah.
deal. That would be 108 gold, and the shoes were 60 gold. They're just think of it like as very like pompousy, like like some royal would wear them to a banquet. They're not actually used for anything. They're just used to look
dressy
good.
shoes.
It's like the fine clothes in Skyrim. They're useless, but they look
Correct.
good, I guess.
Well, they're not
So-
useless. They make you superior to your fellow beings.
True.
So,
At least that's what the rich folk would have you think.
Right.
so then, do you have anybody that can identify?
You can identify as part of a rest.
That's if you just attune to the item.
No?
Mm,
Well, the other answer is no. I don't think anyone has an identify spell.
I bet Nazim wears fine clothes.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying?
Oh
Of course
God!
I'm the proud owner of Chillfurrow Farms, you see. Very successful business.
I'm the
Yes.
proud owner of Chillborough Farm. Very successful, obviously.
Very successful.
okay.
Do you get to
yes.
the? Do you get to the? Do you get to the Cloud District very often?
Yeah, you have to spend 1 full hour in physical contact with the item and then you learn its properties.
Correct. Yes.
If you were getting them from my farm, they'd be twice as fresh.
So, if you want, you can either just Alyssa. You can spend an hour per item.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you get, and these are exactly the names of them. One of them is your item that you sent me. It is the Thunder Keg boots. You have a Horn of Blasting,
Nice.
Ring of Evasion, and the Sword of Sharpness.
I would have bet money that was a Horn of Valhalla, because that seems very on brand for you.
I thought about it. I thought about it.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. I thought about it, and I was like, not right now.
The Einherjar's horn.
Well, I would have lost my money.
But yes, the sword of sharpness, the horn of blasting, the ring of evasion, and the thunder keg boots. And the changes that I made, or that he made to the thunder keg boots are copy image.
Do you intend to share any of those?
Oh yeah, totally. I just wanted to make sure they got identified first.
Oh, I was gonna say, I don't think we necessarily know that she has them.
True. You're right. Out of character, what kind of sword is Sword of Sharpness?
It's a great sword. It's a two-handed sword.
The great two-handed greatsword.
Fuck.
I know an item Morin wants.
Can rangers use great swords?
I'm just gonna lie and say that we can't afford it.
I mean,
sorry, Warren.
you could.
There's not enough gold.
To pay
For
for
the
the door.
Not enough gold for the
Oh,
door. We're
sorry.
basically broke, Morn. Just
I'm
so
gonna
you know.
I'm gonna
It was
nudge
the dragon was poor.
I'm gonna nudge Morn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
nudge
that's-
Morn as Kaz says that and whisper, "Don't worry, Morn. Kaz is joking. We're rich.
We can't afford a door.
We can afford many doors."
I feel a little better.
I know how broken up about the door he was. I didn't want this to be another Kalen situation. He's just joking.
Yeah. True.
Yep. Nope. You guys, that was the whole. Like, it was supposed to go way worse because you were supposed to take way more acid damage because I was gonna roll really well, but I rolled like
And
shit.
and
So there's
taking
the
more
fuck-
damage from the dragon.
Thank
But-
God.
Oh wait.
Freya had a 108 hit
Yeah,
point time.
that was huge. Because it
Do you
that
think
took
I
off. Oh, but
I was gonna ask if we could buy some rope. If we had enough money to gold to buy rope, because
We do.
we ran out.
You can buy as much rope as you want.
You let me know
mean-
how much rope you need. That's what's going to happen.
Okay.
I think
Well,
I think you
maybe-
guys need to have a little discussion with Andre
I-
about giving the rope to somebody else. It's just
I
not
can- as much rope as I want. I have literally endless amounts of rope.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, Morn, we don't need rope.
I could.
Andre could
I-
give you all the rope you could ever need.
Oh,
You need rope?
Really?
Hold on. I'll just like literally just take out like a spool of like 100 feet of it and just coil it up, cut it off, and just like tie it off. Here you go.
oh, thank you. And Martin loses
Anyone
all
else
interest
need
in
some?
Alyssa's items as he bags the rope.
Does anyone else need some?
I think we're
Wait, you
good.
can just cut it, and then it's like a regular rope of
It's
whatever
never
length you
ending.
cut.
It's
Dang.
never
Yeah.
ending.
Well, from the spool it's unending, but if I cut it off,
Yeah.
The piece you
becomes
cut is
regular.
just normal.
it just becomes
Yeah.
normal. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's 100 feet. I show Kaz how long the rope is.
Well,
This is a nice rope.
I mean,
Nice
I'm
rope.
doing it like literally in
Probably
front of
cost a lot of-
everybody,
This would cost a lot
you-
of gold,
you all-
I
you
bet.
all-
As
You all
Alyssa
saw
sits in
me
the
just go,
corner, just like playing with all the new
just
toys.
like
And we're like all
pulling it off.
infatuated with the damn rope.
We don't have to use your gold now. And I point it to Kaz's gold.
Well, certainly not to buy rope.
So
And the funny thing is that like most of us don't even know what happened with like Morn and Alyssa in the rope situation. So
No.
this is just funny because we're like, okay, you need rope, all right.
And I just go, and it's literally like a clown or a magician just pulling out those like tied together handkerchiefs out of like
Oh,
a
yeah.
fucking their sleeve or some shit, and it's like 50 feet long, or 100 feet long, or 200 feet long.
Kaz
Fuck
is
it.
having
I
a
have so
heyday
much
right
rope,
now.
I don't even know. What
Kaz is so fucking happy.
I'm just putting all the gold on my character sheet here.
Uh huh. Yeah, you guys are rich as shit. That was a horde.
That was fucking nice, and we didn't
We
even
did
get
that.
like 10% of it probably.
Oh, you got the vast majority.
Oh, okay,
I mean,
Yep,
we
you
did
got
have
that.
bags of holding, so
true.
And
we
and the
piled
rest just
And of course,
Evaporated
never-ending
away.
rope to
Gone.
keep the bags of holding tied together.
Yeah, no, because you guys spent the maximum amount of rounds that I required for you guys to loot it. And once you guys hit that, you guys were, I just adding gold on at that point. Yeah, you guys are rich as shit.
Sweet.
I just remember hearing
Nice.
Kaz. I was like, 48? 48,000?
that it's just sounded like a 5-digit number that you gave me. Oh, it was. Oh shit. Okay.
So, we'll end our episode here. The group is safely in Bogberg. You have some items to possibly delve out, or Alyssa is going to do some selling, one way or another. I don't know. but you guys have a couple of fun items to play with. There's the Ring of Evasion, the Horn of Blasting, the Thundercake Boots, and the Sword of Sharpness.
Sweet.
Kind of want the sword, Loki, but
I don't know if you can have that.
I don't think
Rangers can use two-handed weapons. We
Do you
are
have the
proficient in those.
strength to hold a great sword?
My strength is a +3,
Oh,
so it's
yeah.
16.
So probably, yeah.
Maybe.
Do you have proficiency with the greatsword? That'd be enough.
Rangers,
Rangers get all martial
and
weapons.
simple
Martial weapons, yeah.
So
Yeah, so you'd be fine.
I mean, Rangers just don't get like a fighting style that fits with it because we don't get great weapon fighting. But there's nothing that's stopping me from sooner or later taking the great weapon master feat if I wanted to.
We just don't typically think of a ranger with a great sword.
You don't typically, but I mean,
there's not like a
there's no mechanical reason that they can't do it.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't think of that, so they don't.
I'm
do
just
it.
the DM. You guys make the decisions how you want to.
Right. So. I'm saying this completely out of character. So if there's an in-character reason that I shouldn't have it, or someone else has it better, then that's fine.
Well, mostly just because you sacrificed your other sword so willingly that we're hesitant to give you this one. That's really
Toss it away.
It's back. Yeah. I have it. It didn't turn out to be gone.
Oh yeah, Kai.
I love
that and rogues from Vanilla WoW. Everything was a rogue weapon.
Oh my god, It was hunters. Oh, that's a hunter. Oh my god, like the fucking crown that dropped from Ragnaros. It was like an intellect crown, but it was male.
Yep.
Which made no sense. It was like, that's a hunter. That's a hunter helm. It's like, no, it's not. Yes, it is.
Fucking hunters and rogues in Vanilla WoW. You guys are the bane of my existence.
Rogues can't use fucking great swords.
Mind if I roll need?
Yeah, fuckers. So.
Alright, stream. Thanks for hanging out. We will see you next week. Toodles.
How did you describe the